Right now, family. So here we are in the heavenly court room of Abba Yehovah with this powerful, breathful, life-giving message titled already for you and me. The mystery of Allah is Allah don't have a son, but died as Alat, Uzza, and Manat, part 2. Okay, so we just conclude part 1. Then now we begins with part 2. Family chaos I shared this in the news field. Kindly go and listen to part 1 in order for you to know the mysteries of Allah in totality. Alright, so when I share it, of course I'm gonna be doing that, while you just come in contact, kindly drop the part 2 and go and listen to part 1. Listen to part 2 is not going to do you no good, because it's going to be some kind of a confusion, because we already established the letter A, the letter L, and L as well. Okay, so we are still on the very third letter, L. Okay, so what did the letter A go for, since this one is part 2? What did the letter A go for in this word called the mystery of Allah, or in this word called Allah? Simply go for what? Accost angel with another gospel. Listen to Pano. We establish is so powerful. This is not coincidence. This is deep revelation, okay, from the heavenly, from the very throne of Abba Yehovah. So now there's L. That is the second alphabet of this word called Allah. What did it go for? It simply go for leader of legions of demons. Did you get that? Leaders of legions of demons. Did you get that? Allah is the leader of legions of demons. Oh, Roboshanda. Did you just get that? He's the leader of the occult. The Christian is the leader. The civil ruler is the leader. The pagan, he is the leader. The occult, which is a wizard, he is the leader. Islam, he is the leader. Synagogue Satan, he is the leader. Prostitute, homosexuality, bestiality. The atheist is the leader of it all. The science, he is the leader. Allah has corrupt our food. Allah has corrupt our food. Allah polluted the air we breathe by his wisdom. He said you, by your wisdom you corrupt. Shandalabo Sekeya. Allah. Mama. It is. Shandaraba. That is why I begin to call Allah the Ohorezi. The Ohorezi. Okeria. Allah is Okeria. Ohorezi Mukiezi. Allah Ohorezi simply means liar. And that is the very third alphabet we are dealing with now. Okay. The third alphabet simply go for L. What did that go for? Liar, father of all liars. Liar, father of all liar. Family. This is called part 2, okay? Listen to part 1 because we're almost done. I'm just on top of my voice with the very last scripture for the third alphabet, okay? So in fact we already established the third letter. So I was still on top of my voice when I dropped at part 1. I said, okay, let me continue now with part 2. Okay, so with the finishing, I was still reading the book of Yashel. Allah is the very amazing. That is liar, father of all liars. That is the third alphabet. This is not coincidence. The evidence is so huge to be ignored. When I buy a word guy said no, this one, no, this is mystery revealed. This is deep. Okay, so right now quickly I want to make an amendment, because as soon as I finish part 1, I quickly listen to it before I begin the part 2. So I now found out some error that I made. Okay, so I want to amend it, and my apology for that. Zechariah is not a high priest. Okay, I keep hearing me saying high priest and high priest. No, he's a priest. Okay, he's just a prince, not high priest. And Mama Sarah also heard me say, how old? 99? Oh, yes. She is in 90. Now when she gave birth to Isaac, she was 90 years. According to the book of Yashir, Father Abraham is older than her by 10 years, okay? If Father Abraham is 100 years old, therefore she is 90 years old. So what else? I think I'm done. All right, I think it was about, okay. Yes, it's okay. So right now, we are still on top of our voice. Right now, we continue the reading, the book of Yashir, 23rd. So do you really see? This is Allah. This is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. This is the serpent, half body human and half body serpent. Anyway, serpent is simply the DNA of Abba Yahuwah. That is why our DNA strand is crooked as serpent. The beginning of life is crooked as serpent. Okay, serpent is the very DNA of Abba Yahuwah. Okay, and serpent is the highest order of all angels. When you read Yeshayahu chapter 6, that is Isaiah, you're going to find it over there. They are called seraphims. Okay, the seraphims, they are the highest order of all angels in the heavens. Okay, they are the banner over Abba Yahuwah's head. They are blazing. Seraphim simply means the burning ones, the fiery ones. They are blazed ones. That is what seraphim means in the YAHUAH'S language. So when we now take it now singular, simply called seraphs. And seraphs, what did it mean? It simply means fiery flying serpent. Did you get that? So it is the DNA of Abba Yahuwah. They are fire. They are the fiery flying serpent. This one is cursed already. That is why it's crawling now with his belly. This is the fallen seraphims. Yeah, this is fallen seraphim. This is Allah. The leader is the leader of all, legions of demons. So right now the third letter, let's conclude that we proceed now to the very fourth letter. So that is what I keep asking myself and I keep asking others, the viewers. Let's put this one now into table talk. So Allah, what did it mean now in YAHUAH'S language, well known today as Hebrew language? What did it mean? It simply means curse. Allah simply means curse. So does this really not trouble your mind and raise some antenna in your heart? Why should Allah means curse in the YAHUAH'S language, the very biblical language? Do you know how many languages we have here on earth today? Is 69,009 languages here on earth. All right. 6% of this 69,009, 6% of it, okay, have more than a million dialects. Each of them, more than a million language, for is a 6% of this 69.9 or 69,009 languages, 6% of it. Each one of it had more than a million languages. Now, does this not blow off your mind? Why should none of these reveal the secret of Allah? Why does Allah never make curses in any of these 69 languages? 69,009. None, like Nigeria. I think Nigeria is even more than 400 or so. The name did not mix anything in those languages. In this 69,000 plus, the names of Allah did not mix anything, absolute, but only one from 69,000.9, only one language in all, that not even happened to be the very biblical language, then Allah now means curse. That is a sign, isn't it? That should have been a sign for me. I knew. This is it. This is Allah crying on the ground. In your belly shall that goes. So Allah in the YAHUAH'S language, well known today as Hebrew language, simply means curse. We did not find that meaning in Edo language, Hausa, Yoruba, Netherlands language, or Italian, or Germany, or Switzerland, or Poland. In every order of these 69,000.9 languages, only one happen to be now the biblical language that Allah means. Because Islam, you can say, okay, Allah, when you translate Allah to English, it simply means God. That is for Islam, because Allah is your God. But take Allah now down to the biblical language, it simply means curse. In your belly shall that go, cause you are above all livestock. Family, listen to part 1. So let's keep reading now. Listen to part 1 in order for you to know the very first alphabet, a cursed angel with another gospel, and the very second alphabet, leader of legions of demons, and the very third alphabet, liar, father of all liars. Okay, so why are we here in the book of YAHUAH'S? Since this one is the part 2, Allah said Ishmael, or rather Quran said, yeah, Allah is Quran is Allah. Allah said in Quran, chapter 4, surah 4, verses, I hope I'm not making a mistake, excuse me, no, 37. Quran surah 37, verses 101, straight away to verses 107, that Ishmael was the one Abayewa requested for, okay, as a sacrifice, not Yesiak, or better known as Isaac, the way it reads in the English. Now, I suppose that Allah, because Allah is a liar, we find that is the third alphabet of his name, liar, father of all liars, is the grandpa, okay, that deceiveth the whole world. Let's see to part 1 in order for you to understand. We can't keep going back to what we have already established. Just the last point to go. Now, how can Abayewa request for Ishmael? Muhammad did not dispute. If there is a place that Muhammad said in Quran, he even laid his hand on Torah and said, I believe in Torah, and I also believe the one that revealed you. Muhammad also said, said in Quran, if the Islam did not understand what Quran said, they should go to the Bible, they should go to the people of the book to get clarity from us. Okay, so Muhammad and Quran, they contradict themselves. Muhammad said he was a last whatever prophet. Oh, Robo Shanda ya Baba. Okay, that Jesus sent him, that he was the ghost fire. Yes, of course we know it's the ghost. So they will say Holy Ghost fire. They will say Holy Ghost. Come, what is holy in ghost? Shame on you people. But I'm going to give it to you just the way you want it to be. You call it Holy Ghost, I give it to you like that, okay? Due to this segment for a better clarity. You see, Muhammad said he is the Holy Ghost. Did I just said and make so clear to you that Allah is the leader of legions of demons? Muhammad said he was the Holy Ghost that Jesus promised and said he's going to send the Holy Ghost. Muhammad said he was the promised Holy Ghost. Hey, yeah. Memi alami. In the memi alami. In the memi alami. Fully deity has already been revealed in our midst. Yeah, we are not getting it at all. We are calculating. Oh no. Muhammad said he is the Holy Ghost Jesus promised to send. Now he has revealed in their ministry Quran to either. That is what he has saying. Remember Jesus' promise, the Comforter. Remember Jesus' promise, the Holy Ghost. Muhammad is the Holy Ghost. This is how they twisted it. He's a liar, and father of all liars. So in order to study in this way, that Ishmael was the one that's supposed to be, sacrificed, not Yesiak. So listen to part 1. We established that already. So now what I just want to add before I keep reading is that the royal order request for a blemished animal. Ishmael is blemished. There is a spot in Ishmael. How Father Abraham uncircumcised body, there comes Ishmael. Ishmael was being impregnated by uncircumcised body of Father Abraham. And again, Ishmael came from a lawful birth sex. Why? Because Father Abraham is a married man. He never married to Hagar. Hagar was a slave girl. So that should be the case of idolatry. Because you never married to her. You never paid no authority on her head. You only married to Mama Sarah. So you to take a woman you just found on the street and bring her to yourself, that is the case of idolatry. So that activity defies the marriage of Father Abraham. We see when Mama Sarah packs out, Father Abraham now went to go and marry Keturah. That is not the case of idolatry. That is the mother of the Christendom. Keturah. Okay, he married to her. That is how it should have been. But for Hagar, there was nothing absolute of that. It's just a case of fornication, idolatry. Okay, so there comes now Ishmael. So right now, let me review who is the father of Ishmael. That is the mystery in the name of Allah. It is Allah. Allah is the one that got himself pregnant, got his daughter pregnant. Okay, let's say from these two people, Esau and Yesiach. They were in one womb, from one father and from one mother, like we can tell. But there is mystery over there. What was the mystery? Abba Yahuwah said, why they were still in the womb? He said, Esau, I hate. Yeshiach, I love. Why should that be? Because this child was still in the womb. Who put it in the womb? Why should you hate somebody? In fact, this is the blood. Not yet being birthed right in the womb. But Abba Yahuwah declared hatred. Why? Because Esau came from the Allah. He is the spiritual man. He is the spiritual man that did it. The one that came from our father, Yaqub, or Yesiach, was Yaqub. From there where comes the 12 tribes. Okay, so Ishmael we hate. And you see, what they call him, Esau, Abba Yahuwah hate. So there's no way Abba Yahuwah, what Abba Yahuwah hates, he will not also request for it for a sacrifice. No. Ishmael was a blemished animal. It was a blemished soul. Abba Yahuwah can never request it for it. What did Abba Yahuwah call it in Genesis 16? A troublemaker, confusionalist. He loved war. He said this is the kind of child you have in your womb, Hagar. He said he's going to be against all nations. He said he's white animal. He said he's going to be against all nations. Why all nations also will be against him? That is troublemaker. That is confusionalist. That is blemished. That is unworthy soul. We don't need. He's a troublemaker. So how can Abba Yahuwah requested for a feud and wretched soul as Ishmael that came from the pit of fear from Allah? Allah did it, okay? So that is what I want to make note to you, because you brought this insult upon yourself for you to say Ishmael, a wretched soul, filthy, demonic soul, is the one Abba Yahuwah requested for sacrifice. No, it's blemished. There is never no study our book very well, because your Quran asks you to do that. If you need clarity, say you should come to the people of the book. Come to us. We will teach you what our book says. Okay, we will teach you what our book says. And I just like no unto you that Ishmael is blemished. Abba Yahuwah no request for such blemished and a child that came from a lawful bed. He came from uncircumcised body of Father Abraham. He came from a slave girl, prostitute, or fornication, idolatry case, and the fire that says bed of my murder. Yes, that is where Ishmael came from. We don't need such child. It's filth. All right. Ishmael is like the sacrifice of Cain. Cain was the firstborn of Allah in flesh. He also got cursed. Okay. Ishmael was the second, son of Allah. He came from. That is why we also give them back to you. We return Ishmael back to where he came from. That is why we chase Ishmael out of the house. How can you tell me that Abba Yahuwah used Ishmael, or it was rather Ishmael was the one that's supposed to be sacrificed? Whereby Abba Yahuwah said, listen to Sarah, and said that idiot out of the family. He don't have no part in this family. Anyway, I'm going to bless him. but he can't be in the house. Send him out. We disown him. We rejected him. You admit? I see Islam scholar admit that they were being chased out of the family. And Ishmael was being given to Allah, the gods of his mother. That is Allah. What are you saying? You think you can bring out a demonic teaching from the pit of hell, begin to push it upon everyone for adultery? Of course not. So people, you see how authentic ours is, that Yesiach was a miraculous child. He came from clean body of Father Abraham. Immediately Father Abraham was circumcised. 3 months he got Mama Sarah pregnant. Even while the womb of Mama Sarah was already in a menopause. She's even more than menopause, but enter already menopause. That is miraculous, That is going to be a expensive child. That is going to be a begotten child. That is just one and only child that the Father is going to love. Why? Because you came from the lawful bed of me, and be expecting your coming. As Abba Yahweh gave me the promises, I keep, when you are expecting somebody so long time, when that person is coming, you're going to pour your love upon that person. Ishmael wasn't like that. They all do the thing, pam, 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 bam, bam, bam. The Ishmael just surfaced. Yes, because he came from a lawful bed. Okay, so that's what I quickly want to add there before I read, and we proceed now to the very 4th letter. So I hung up at 21. So let me quickly go through the very verse I want. I don't think I will be able, because it's up to about 70 to 80 verses. So let me just pick some parts here in the book of Yeshua 23. Okay, since this one is part 2. Yeah, the popular royal law we carries make references to the book of Yeshua. Joshua 10:30 make references to the book of Yeshua. 2 Samuel 1:18 make references to this very wonderful book. 2 Timothy 3:8 make references again to the book of Yeshua. Okay, so right now I read up to from 1 to 22 already. 1 already begins 22 verse 22. Excuse me, or 20. Where do I hang up? Okay, I hung up 20. Yeah, then I begins 21. And Abraham took 2 of his seven young men, his young men with him, Ishmael, the son of Hagar, and Eliezer, his servant, and they went together with them. And while they were walking on the road, the young men expect this west to themselves. They were fighting now for property. And Ishmael said to Eliezer, "Now, my father, listen now. Now, my father Abraham is going with Yesiach to bring him up for a burnt offering to Yahuwah, as he commanded him. Now, when he returned, he will give unto me all that he possessed to inherit after him, for I am his firstborn." So Ishmael himself knew he don't have no part in us. So what brought about this testing? It was being done by Ishmael. If you have the book of Yeshua, please kindly go and read chapter 22. You're going to find it over there. Ishmael was the one who brought about this bragging. And I brought to Yesiach and said, "You see, I'm an obedient child unto my father. I was 13 years old where Yahuwah requested for them to be circumcised." Are you not ashamed of yourself? Carry unclean body. You also use it to brag. So he was using this to intimidate Yeshua and said, in obedience, my father cut off my foreskin. I did not dispute. I obeyed. Yes, that is what I do for my Ishmael. Yeshua can answer, what is your problem? To take off a little piece of your body? Come, let me tell you. The way I love Yehovah and the way I love my father, if Abba Yehovah has to request it for my soul as a burnt offering, I will lay down my soul and I will not say a word. I will do it with a joyful heart because I love Abba Yehovah and I love my father. I won't disobey. What are you saying? Offering just little pieces of your body and you are using it to brag and disturb it and make it noise in my ears. But if Abba Yehovah has to request for me, in totality as a burnt offering, I'm going to do it. Abba Yawana said, oh, wow, this is wonderful. All right, it's Abba Yawana was pleased with the bragging of them both and say, okay, I'm going to prove Ishmael wrong. Abba, why is he doing all this thing? For Ishmael to know that you are being rejected. Stop making noise. The noise is still everywhere today in Korah. We are right, we are left. Horrible Santaya. What is your problem? Shut up your mouth and stop disturbing our ear, because they are also calling themselves today they are the first citizen, that they are going to cover the whole world to Islam. Every cover will be second citizen. Nonsense. Shut up your mouth and stop making that empty noise. Okay? All right now. 23. Now when he returned, yeah, I've read that already. 24. And Eliezer answered Ishmael and said, surely Abraham did cast thee away. Know who you are. You are being sent out of the family. You don't have a father. That's why Allah don't have a son. Allah only have daughters. Allah, Uzza, and Manat. And Eliezer rebuked him. Shut up. Eliezer answered Ishmael and said, surely Abraham did cast thee away with thy mother, and swore that thou shouldest not inherit anything of his possession. What are you saying? You are mad, Islam. And to whom will he give all that he has, with all his treasures? But unto me, his servant. But unto me, his servant, who has been faithful in his house, who has served him night and day, and he has done all that he desired me. To me will he banquet at his death all that he possesses. You see, yeah. Eliezer was a very good Gentile, good servant of my father. Yes. If our father wasn't having no children, he would have handed all his property to Eliezer, because while Eliezer saved the life of Father Abraham. When Nemorah wanted to slaughter him, Eliezer was the one who came to make it clear unto him. Look at what is going on. They now run for his life. He saved his life. So it's like his son unto him. That was why when Abba Yehovah was promising him, I'm gonna bless. He said, to whom will inherit all this blessing? It's gonna be Eliezer. Okay? My servant. Yes. It is true. Ishmael, you were being cast out. So stop making noise. So Ari 25. And why Abraham was proceeding with his son Yesiach along the road, Satan, listen now, Allah appeared. Satan came and appeared to Abraham in the figure of a very aged man, humble and of contrite spirit. And he approached Abraham and said to him, art thou silly or British? Okay, that thou goest to do this thing these days to thy only son? Some people even know Isaac was the only son, because Ishmael was being the son. For Yahuwah gaveth thee a son in thy latter days, in thy old age, and wilt thou go and slaughter him these days, because he committed no violence, and wilt thou cause the soul of thy only son to perish from the earth? Doest thou not know and understand that this thing cannot be from Yahuwah? For Yahuwah cannot do unto them such evil upon earth, to say to him, go slaughter thy child. And Abraham heard this and knew that it was the word of Satan, who endeavored to draw him aside from the very aside of the way of the Yahuwah. But Abraham would not hearken to the voice of serpent, and Abraham rebuked him, so that he went away. Yes, we cast Allah away. And Satan 29, Satan returned and came to Yesiach, and he appeared unto him in a figure of a young man, comely and well favored. And he approached Yesiach and said unto him, doest thou not know and understand that thy old silly father bringeth thee to the slaughter to the slaughter these days for now? Now therefore, my son, do not listen nor attend to him, for he is a silly old man, and let not thy precious soul, beautiful figure, be lost from the earth. And Yesiach heard this, And he said unto Abraham, hast thou heard my father that which this man has spoken? Even thus has he spoken. And Abraham answered his son Isaac and said to him, take heed of him, and do not listen to his words, nor attend to him, for he is Satan, endeavoring to draw us aside these days from the commandment of Yahuwah. And Abraham still rebuked Satan, and Satan went from him. And seeing he could not prevail over them, he hid himself from them, and went and passed before them in the road, and he transformed himself to a large brook of water in the road. And Abraham and Isaac and his two young men reached that place, and they saw a brook large and powerful as the mighty waters. And they entered the brook and passed through it, and the waters at the first reached to their legs. All right. So it begins. And the 36 now. And they went deeper in the brook, and the waters reached up to their knees. And they were all terrified on account of the water. And whilst they were going over the brook, Abraham recognized that place, and he knew that there was no water there before. And Abraham said to his son Isaac, I know this place in which there was no brook nor water. Now therefore it is this Satan who does all this to us, to draw us aside these days from the commandment of Yahuwah. And Abraham rebuked him and said unto him, Yahuwah rebuked thee, O Satan, begone from us, for we go by the commandment of Yahuwah. I love this. 39. And Satan was terrified at his voice, at the voice of Abraham, and he went away from him, and the place again became dry land as it was first. And Abraham went with his son towards the place that Yahuwah had told him. And on the third day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place at a distance which Yahuwah had told him of, and a pillar of fire appeared to him there, reached from the earth to heaven, and a cloud of glory upon the mountain, and the glory of Yahuwah was seen in the cloud. And Abraham said to his son, as he said to Isaac, my son, doest thou see in that mountain which we perceive at a distance, that which I saw upon it? And Isaac answered unto his father, I saw, lo, a pillar of fire and a cloud, and the glory of Yahuwah is seen upon the cloud. Let me first of all establish this in my heart. The journey took 3 days. And we know this is a powerful illustration, okay, of Yahushua HaMashiach. You know, this vision, or this very testing of Father Abraham has a foundation, has a layout, you know, has a fulfillment. This is the foundation, okay, and the layout, it is the practicing where Abba Yahuwah wanted to do it, you know, before the Yahuwah, angel of mercy, now called from heavens and stopped Father Abraham. And what was the fulfillment? It is Yahushua HaMashiach. You see, the journey took 3 days, okay? In order for you to walk for 3 days, therefore you're also going to be having what? 3 nights. This is a perfect illustration of Yahushua HaMashiach, the only begotten Son that is going to die for the sins of humanity. It's just an illustration. But they are not alluding this glory to filthy Ishmael, a confusionalist, a troublemaker that is going to cause the whole world pains, trying to convert everybody to this garbage Islam. And he said this is the kind of the child you're going to be having in your womb. His head is a white donkey, white animal. His head is going to be against all nations. Why all nations will also be against him? We know who is Ishmael. Okay. You see the pillar of fire. Come, you know, Islam or Muhammad did not even dispute this fact that he does not pervert our book. Rather, he said he came to fulfill. I don't know what he came to fulfill. He said the royal law is corrupt. Rather, Allah sent him not, to correct things in it. Therefore, Allah have to give you freak day, Friars day to be keeping. Allah has to come with madness, not with Yahuwah. You should, if you call in the name of Yahuwah, that will have also, easy for us to understand. We would have, be able to handle that. You keep Shabbat, you keep the royal law. Okay. That will have be a talk to place on the table talk, to ponder over. Let's ponder over it. Yes, he's doing this here, skipping Shabbat. But you now came with another madness, the unspeakable. Freak day, Friars day. Yet they say Allah can't have sex. You are keeping the day of sex electrical universe. That is the next mystery now. The mystery of Allah's sexual ability. That is the next. Now I pray Abba Yehovah don't also stop me. I'm going to do it next Shabbat. Alright now. So this is the glory of this message. I think I'm going to hang up over here because it's so long. And they are powerful. Type it at Google. I think you're going to get it from there. Please do me this favor and do yourself this favor. Just type it at Google. The book of YAHUAH'S chapter 23. No, type it chapter 22, chapter 23. Just here. Sometimes if you cannot find it on Google, you're going to find it on YouTube. Correct. Go to YouTube, my friend. I will listen. It's like I also have it on my YouTube account. Go and read it and listen to it because that one is already being read. 22, 23. You're going to find it. It's powerful. It is awesome. Islam also encourage you to do that and compare to your own and see how bastard Allah's saying is. We give a boy, not a girl, a glad tidings of a for bearing boy. Nonsense. I was in the dream and I was slaughtering you. Stupidity. And Allah said it is whatever for sacrifice, a great reward of sacrifice. The total is obolism. Nonsense. Each time I read that Quran 37 or Surah 37 from verses 101 way down to verses 107, I want to, it turns my belly, it hurts my belly that I will begin to throw out. That is total nonsense. That even got to a point. Father Abraham, if you read it, if you found it, just read it because I won't be able for the sake of other alphabet. That Father Abraham now asked his son Yesiach, what is in your mind, my son? You see, now asked it, they saw the same thing. Ishmael didn't see it, neither Eliezer, they did not see this mountain at mountain of Mount Moriah. Exactly the same place, location. Yahushua was crucified, Mount Moriah. It was a powerful illustration. And yet these people are speaking nonsense. Yahushua was the lamb that was revealed that stand in the place of Yeshiach. It was just an illustration. They are giving us blemish, what did they call Ishmael? A trouble and a confusionalist man. A child that came from a lawful bed. Where did Father Abraham marry to Hagar? That Abba Yehovah has to request for a child that came from fornication? You are mad. Allah, you are mad. Nonsense. Alright now family, please do me this favor and do yourself this favor. I also encourage you Islam to do that as well. Type chapter 22. Then you're going to find out how the journey begins. It was Ishmael that brought about that bragging. I circumcised at the age of 13. Then my father now rebuked him and said, stop making noise. You are a noise maker. Any drum where there is no water, you always make noise. So loud. But the drum that is really filled with water, the YAHUAH'S, they don't hear. But action. We're going to see actions. That's what we are doing over here. So right now, bless and I Baruch Haba Yehovah the tell. We are done with point 3. So right away, we proceed now to the very 4th letter. We are done with the 3rd letter. The 1st letter of this word called Allah is word. Accursed angel with another gospel. The 2nd letter is word. Leader of legions of demons. And the 3rd letter is word. Liar, father of all liars. Okay, the 3rd letter. The 4th letter we proceed now. It is A. Is in the word. How does this also work? The evidence, and be doing mysteries, but the evidence from this very Allah is so huge to be ignored. It's mind-boggling. So the letter A again, what did it go for? Accuser of brethren. Did you just get that? Accuser of brethren. This is what breaking news. Accuser of brethren. Allah accuses you and me every now and day, every year. Allah don't sleep night and day. He do accuses us, any imperfect, any error, any whatever. Allah will always present it to the heavens and begin to use it to wage war, and begin to use it to block our prayer, and begin to use it to hinder our blessing. Allah is the one doing it. He is accuser and accuser of the brethren. Allah is the one doing it because Allah makes heaven already. Therefore, he stands as an opposer, as an accuser. Whatever you do, you made a mistake. We are human and we are flesh. We cannot say we are angel. No, we are not angel. Even the food we eat is corrupted. Even the air we breathe is contaminated. The air we breathe into us, it is already been contaminated by Allah himself. The water you drink, it is polluted. The water you drink, in fact, you are drinking your feces and your urine. Mariboshan, Allah corrupt it all. The air that you breathe, when mercury is being evaporated, most karababaye, basically, when it's been evaporated, all the air, oribosha in the sky is being contaminated. Everything we put in our body, it is genetically modified organism. Allah did that to you and me. So therefore, there will surely be imperfect in us. Somehow we will fall into mess. Not that falling into mess, it is our lifestyle, not at all. But somehow be in this body of corruption, definitely we're gonna fall into mess. As soon as you did that, Allah is gonna use it to accuse you. As soon as you fall into that mess, you are giving it to Allah. Maribo Santayabo, Orobo Santayabeya. He must kalababayo. Yes, even the air that you breathe into your soul, the very oxygen, the very breath, a source of living, is contaminated by the mercury Allah placed in the sky. When it's been evaporated, you breathe it in. That is the diseases. Most kalababayo. Morika yantolobo. Even they said the tutorial said that mass kalaba from mercury alone, it is well been documented. 150 diseases is being given through mercury. More than 150, diseases. Is being given by mercury. That's why mercury is doing this, and that's why mercury is doing that. Mercury is taking one disease, and mercury is bringing 100 diseases. Mercury is taking 2 diseases. Mercury is bringing 150 diseases. That is what mercury does, and is being given by Allah. Allah gave me wisdom to produce this mercury and say it's good for humanity. It's gonna be taking away diseases. Mercury is taking disease, and mercury is bringing back diseases. So we are in a body of corruption. Whenever you fall into mess, the water you are going to drink is being polluted. Okay, your feces is coming right back again in few hours time. As soon as you go to the toilet, and you just think that the water system, or the magic system, okay, just took it away, head to well. In few hours time, your poo, your urine, your whatever is coming as a water into your system. Yes, this is what Allah did to you and me. So for that simple reason, we are in the body of corruption. Somehow, some way, we're gonna fall into mess. Okay, when that happens, it is a new year for Allah. He will celebrate. He will dance. I have something against her. I have something against him. He will begin to use it to accuse. He's accuser of brethren. Let's put scripture. Let me not go by sensational, but rather by the royal law objective. Let's get a precept from the royal law. All right, now here I am, Revelation 12, verses 10. And I heard a loud voice saying, I take it again. And I heard a loud voice saying, in heaven now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of Yahuwah and the power of his Messiah. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before Yahuwah day and night. This is what I just said, isn't it? He accuses you. And he pollutes every single thing we are putting in our body. And with that will make our spirit, somehow to be weak. That will make our body somehow to be weak. That will make our flesh somehow to react, to fleshly or carnal desire, somehow. He brings us into that. You just tell a lie. Somehow you tell a lie. Somehow you do something. That is not really appropriate as a believer. And whenever you does that, sorry, Allah. You said I'm a liar, father, father, but you just told the lie. Therefore, I'm your father. Yes, this is how he accuses us. You see, he's an accuser of the brethren. Apostle Shaul corrupt. He accuses Apostle Shaul, the one you call Paul. That is Islam. 24 hours. They always accuse us. Islam said, Muhammad said, Apostle Shaul corrupt the New Testament. Whenever you see the royal law said the son of Yahuwah, that Yahuwah have a son, that will say, Apostle Shaul corrupted. Apostle Shaul did it. He did it. He corrupt. He elevates Yahushua to godhood. He's not a god. He's not the son of Yahuwah. Apostle Shaul is the one who did that. Or Matthew, he did it. Or Yehukana. He just accusing every apostles and the prophet. He will accuse them. When you see that what they say, review, expose the lies of Allah, they will accuse. The Christians, they are accusing every night. You say Allah have a son. Hey, that is the worst sin. That what they call it, shirk or whatever. You have committed shirk, and it is death penalty. They accuse this Christian every now and then. Is the accuser of the brethren. They accuses the people of the book. They accuse Yahushua. Yahushua is not the son of Yahuwah. He is not almighty. He did not die. Neither was he buried. Neither did he resurrect. He is not God. He is just a prophet. He is an accuser of the brethren. Moribo Shandayabo Rekos Kalababo. In Memialamie. In Memialamie. In Memialamie. Awegbe ye, awegbe ye, ooh ye oh, awegbe, oh. So what is the fourth letter? Accuser of brethren. Here I am, Zechariah 3:1-2. And he showed me Yahushua the high priest standing before the angel of Yahuwah, and Satan standing at his right hand to accuse him. It's an accuser. Just to accuse him. He stood at his right hand. To do what? To accuse. And Yahweh said unto serpent and Satan, Yahweh rebuked thee, O Satan. Even Yahweh that hath chosen Jerusalem rebuked thee. Is not this a plot out of the fire? So you don't want me to help my children? Even though they are filth, even though they are imperfect, Allah, shut up your mouth. We are you not the one who taught them. Ugure mama. Ugure fibele ku mama. Ugure mama vena ya wo. Ugure mama vena ya zame yo sanerabo. Allah, en me mi we mi awegbe. En me mi we mi awegbe. En me mi we mi awegbe. En me mi ala mi awegbe. Allah, you were the one who taught us how to lie. You were the one who taught us how not to be faithful. You were the one who taught us how to break the royal law. After you have done that to us, and you also take your own teaching you taught us to be doing for you, and you will not use it to be accusing us. Therefore, it is better to run out of your way. Yeah, that would be the perfect way, not to touch your property. Since you are the one that's going to be teaching me how to lie. If I told the lie, and that is what you're going to be using to fight against me, therefore I better not lie. That's what you are telling me. It's better to get out of your way and not to touch none of your property in order for your mouth to be shut up. But that by your word say, shut up your mouth because you taught them. Stay, I'm going to rescue them. So Abba Yehovah said, you see fire there. What is the fire? Initially, or in a nutshell, what Abba Yehovah is saying, these are the one that is being delivered out of you, serpent. You know, serpent simply means the fiery ones. The flying, fiery serpent. That is the meaning of serpent. In Yehudiah language, better known today as Hebrew, it is being called what? Seraphs. Seraphs simply means the fiery, flying serpent. And when you now call it now, plural, simply go for simply being called seraphims. And seraphims simply mean They are blessed one, the fiery ones, the burning ones. They are the fire. So Abba Yehovah said, this one is being delivered from you, the fire. Because he's the fallen seraphims. This one is being, rescued out of your way. So shut up your mouth. He's the fire over there being delivered. The high prince being delivered, from this wicked serpent, teachings or whatever. So let's put some more. All right, now let's get another clue. May I vow, and I'm praying as well for sufficient grace, never to touch anything of Allah, even though I am in the body of corruption. Because Allah will give us a teaching to disobey Abba Yehovah. Allah also is the one to be using it to accuse us. Allah is Ebola virus spreading out now through Sharia law. Is Ebola, Don't let it dump himself on you. So here I am, Job chapter 1, I take from 6 to 11. Let's see how his accuser of the brethren is accusing you and me night and day, as we all read from Revelation 12:10. Then I read, now there was a day where the sons of Yahuwah came to present themselves before Yahuwah, and Satan came also among them. To do what? This is how he's accusing you and me. And Yahuwah said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered Yahuwah and said, from going to and fro in the earth. You don't have a job. Running to and fro, seeking for whom to devour. And from walking up and down. How is it going up? When he caught any imperfect you, right away he's taking it down to Yahuwah. What are you saying? This is your beloved son. This is your beloved daughter. He just did something powerful here. Did you see what? He's an accuser. In fact, I don't know how many times he is doing this in a day. It's an accuser of the brethren. All right, now I read 8. And Yahuwah said unto him, as thou consider my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, and one that feareth Yahuwah, and escheweth evil. Then Satan answered Yahuwah and said, doeth Job fear thee for naught? You want to tell me? Don't bless him now and let him see if he's not going to rain curses on you. And don't bless him. Remove your blessings from him. Now let's see if Job is not going to rain curses on you. And let's all give him that thought. It is serpent. All right, now I read 10. Hast not thou made him, listen and says the accuser, hast not thou made an edge about him, and about his household, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. Serpent knows about your prosperity. Don't do it where he's going to accuse you. Listen now. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will cast thee to thy face. So what is the first alphabet of this word called Allah? Accursed angel with another gospel. Now, who gave Job this teaching? Let's scroll back a little bit, or zoom back to verses 5 or so, and see what is going on over here. 6 now. Excuse me. I take from 4. That's in chapter 1, verses 4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, everyone his day. It was talking about their birthday. And sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, listen now, for Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed Yahuwah in their heart. Thus did Job did continually. Who put that thought in his heart? After they are finished, every year Job keep doing the works of high priest, which he meant not to do, because you are not a high priest. Okay, high priest is the one that needs to go into the holies of holies in the day of atonement once in a year. But once in a year, Job was taking the seat of the high priest. Okay, that was the sin he was committing. And who put this to? Why was he doing the works of high priest? Serpent put in his heart, your children have sinned against Yahuwah, and they have cursed him. Why should oh my father? He dropped that thought due to the excess love Job has for Abba Yahuwah. So it was not, he said, because I knew I'm not going to do it. But I don't know if my children, they are doing it. So because of that love you have for Abba Yahuwah, it now comes now with fear. That fear is not perfect. For fear has to do with time. And first time also experience what is fear. It is when serpent interrupt, the woman turned the royal upside down, the very Allah in Genesis 3. Then he got cursed. Okay, now we see fear in this matter, and we see curse in this matter. Who put that teaching in his heart and say, go and do sacrifice your children? Maybe they have sinned against your God. Maybe they have cursed him. You see, that very thing Job was doing to please Abba Yahuwah. I don't know if my children cursed you already. It was the very same thing Satan or Allah used to accuse Job before Abba Yahuwah take this now property away from him. He's going to curse you. He's going to curse you. And Job said, I don't know if my children have sinned against Yahuwah and curse Yahuwah in their heart. I don't know. Who put that teaching in his heart? It is Allah. Serpent, okay? Now, Job now begin to do this year after year. And as he's doing it, serpent is using it to accuse him year after year. Oh, Shandaya. So it's better not to do your will than to do it, and you will also be using it to accuse. It's better to get out of your way. Here I am 2 now. Job chapter 2, verses 1. And there was a day when the sons of Yahuwah, like a mystery I did. I don't care whether you are murmuring or you are not murmuring. No, I go by the commandment of Abba Yahuwah. Abba Yahuwah is a husband. A mystery that I did called the mystery of sing. Review. The overall and eternal bridegroom is Abba Yahuwah. Go and listen. Okay, do you see Abba Yahuwah have sons? This is not speaking a riddle. This is direct. Abba Yahuwah have sons. Okay, Abba Yahuwah have sons. Abba Yahuwah is into it. 100% they have a wife. And I unveiled already. Listen to that. That is what I keep asking people. The Ark of the Covenant is a woman. Listen to that message 1 to 4. And also listen to the one I did recently. The mystery of sex. The mystery of sex is let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I think I also did it up to part 4. Listen to it. Why should Abba Yahuwah just go and begin to make a covenant with ordinary wood? He called that ark of covenant. So what covenant do Abba Yahuwah is going to be making with ordinary wood? And we know wood came from tree. And we knew a tree is human. Yahushua is a tree of life. Allah is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You can see that in Genesis chapter 2 and Revelation 22. You're going to see Yahushua, the tree of life, is over there. When you go to Romans chapter 11, you're going to find out that Yahweh is a tree, a good olive tree. And when you also in that same chapter, you're going to find out that the Gentiles, they are white olive tree. Nebuchadnezzar in Daniel chapter 4 is also a tree. And a wood came from a tree. Abba Yahuwah have a covenant with the womb of the woman, and will prove it powerfully that Mariam is the ark of the covenant. Listen to all these mysteries, okay, in order for you to understand. So here we'll say the sons of Abba Yahuwah. Serpent was the firstborn of Abba Yahuwah. Is the first strength of Abba Yahuwah. That is why they banner over it said they have the attribute of Abba Yahuwah. And we also unveil that the DNA of a man is just like a serpent. In fact, our DNA strand is a crooked serpent. All this is being revealed through the royal law. Everywhere is everywhere. We use the visible things to unveil the invisible. How did Abba Yahuwah brings about the first Adam? We now got that in notion from the second Adam. Adam did not just come from clay. Listen to this very mystery I did by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh, titled The Mystery of Sing. Reviews the eternal and the overall and eternal bridegroom. It is Abba Yahuwah. Go and listen to it. Because if I'm going to be throwing it here, And maybe you're going to also pick an offense because you are not going to get the clarity. That's why I refer you to these messages. Go and listen to it there. You're going to get the clarity that Abba Yahweh is a husband. Not spiritual, physical. He have an earthly child over here. He have a sperm. He got a woman pregnant. Okay, here on earth. You agree that Yahushua Messiah have a father. That is how he did it. It is not rationalize the issue. Don't do that. Okay? Go and listen to it. So now you see, serpent or Satan, of course they are his children. They are still behaving as his children. When he call all his sons together, they also appear over there. To do what? Only to accuse their brother. Because Job in the nation is going to be their brother, but in the flesh, it's going to only to accuse him. That was why Yahushua said, enemies of a man begins in his household. Our family is the one. It's what we are seeing here today on earth. It is family problem. This family problem proceeded from heaven. Allah was the firstborn of Abba Yahuwah, but he rebelled. He wanted to overthrow Abba Yahuwah in order for Abba Yahuwah to become a tributor or a subject unto him. That is evil. That is why Allah must rust eternal in the eternal link of fire. Because what he devises in his heart is so satanism, it's unspeakable. How can you do that? How can you do that? You can't. You see? So when Abba Yahuwah called for his children, Satan is still Allah is still presenting himself before Yahuwah as his son. But until they are being cast into the link of fire, they won't be able to come out of it to be showing that their ugly face. Because if you were with us, you should have remained with us. All right, now I take verses 2. So yeah, Satan also came among them to present himself before Yahuwah. So now, and Yahuwah said unto Satan, from whence cometh thou? And Satan asked Yahuwah and said, from going to and flow in the earth, and from walking up and down. Walking up and down is to take accuser up, and return that to take accuser up, and return that to get another one, and to get another one. Each moment he found imperfect in you is ascending to accuse you. 3. And Yahuwah said unto Satan, as thou consider my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth Yahuwah and escheweth where is it? Evil, and see he holdeth fast his dignity. Although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered Yahuwah and said, skin for skin now. Another accuser. Skin for skin. Yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will cast thee to thy face. Abba Yahuwah said unto Satan, behold, he's not going to do it. Why is Abba Yahuwah doing these things? Abba Yahuwah wasn't doing it to hurt Job, but rather to fish out the hiding serpent in Job. That was why I don't know whether it's 37, Job 37. Abba Yahuwah said, are you going to be making covenant, with Leviathan? Leviathan is also Allah. Another name for Allah, Leviathan, dragon, spoiler, destroyer, liar. These are all his name. Waster, angel of death, which is the Abaddon, Apollon, mean destroyer, okay? So Abba Yahuwah was doing that to expose the hiding demon, the hiding serpent inside Job. That was why he let it be. Okay, Abba Yahuwah should have even killed Job, because the sin Job was not committing through the leading of serpent, it is dead warrant. Because you are not allowed to take in the position of a high priest. You will never be made to be a high priest. Once in a year you always do atonement for your children. No, only the high priest does that, not you, Job. Okay, not you. But serpent dragged him, rather Allah dragged him into the mess. So you see, you gave the teaching, go and make sacrifices to your children, and of course God do. And you also took that same teaching you gave to Job not to be accused before Abba Yahuwah. He said up and down. Anytime he found imperfect from Job, is coming down to take it down to Yahuwah. Is coming down to up and down, up and down. So let's put some more. So right now, let's also see how this serpent, Allah himself, rather is Allah, we are dealing with Allah, is the highest of it all. Is the hierarchy. That is what Allah said is the best of all deceiver. So we treat that with the third letter. Yes, liar, father of all liars. We see that from the Quran. Okay, listen to part 1. So Allah says the best of all deceiver. Okay, we see that in the Revelation 12:9. Is the great dragon, that deceiveth the whole world. Okay, Allah makes curse in a YAHUAH'S language. So this is what we are seeing over here today. The curse is being revealed in the head of this one deity called Allah. So he also accuses our father Abraham. So let's also see how he does that. He's an accuser. That is the very fourth alphabet of this word called Allah. Accuser of brethren. So here I am in the book of Yashar 22 verses 46. I read. In the day arrived when the sons of Yahuwah came and presented themselves before Yahuwah, and Satan also came with the sons of Yahuwah before Yahuwah. And Yahuwah said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahuwah, and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Exactly what we found in Job. The royal law is too correct, so powerful. 48 now. And Yahweh said to Satan, What is thy word to me concerning all the children of the earth? Listen now. And Satan answered Yahuwah and said, I have seen all the children of the earth who serve thee, and remember thee when they require anything from thee. Oh, my Father, this is wonderful. What is Satan saying? What is Allah saying? I bet you want to ask him. You want to also know what is his heart. So have you considered all this? My children. Say, this is what I've found in them. When they are in need of something, they come close to you. But immediately they got it. Let's keep reading. Okay, now. I take it again. Okay. Satan, I have seen all the children of the earth who serve thee, and remember thee when they require anything from thee. 49. And when thou givest them and the thing which they require from thee, they sit at their easy. Okay. And forsake thee, and they remember thee no more. Oh, my Father. 50. As thou seen Abraham, the son of Terah, who at first had no children, and he served thee, and erected altars to thee, wheresoever he came, and he brought up offerings upon them, and he proclaimed thy name continually to all the children of the earth. And now that his son Yesiah is born to him, you see, bastard. You see, bastard. This is unspeakable. What is the first letter? The very fourth letter of this word called Allah, accuser of brethren. Now he is reporting Father Abraham to obey Yahuwah. I take 51 again. And now that his son Yesiah is born to him, he has forsaken thee. He has made a great feast for all the inhabitants of the land. And Yahuwah, he has forgotten. 52. For amidst all that he has done, he brought thee no offering. He brought thee no offering, neither burnt offering, nor peace offering, neither ox, lamb, nor goat of all that he killed on the day that his son was weaned. Even from the time of his son's birth till now, being 37 years, he built no altar before thee, nor brought any offering to thee. For he saw that thou didst give what he requested before thee, and he therefore forsook thee. But this is another weak point in our father Abraham. When you were really in need of his child, you keep, showing Abba YAHUAH'S love. How can you not really actually stay for a whole 37 years? No burnt offering, peace offering, no altar. No. Therefore, a serpent has to drag it out. Look at what he's doing. He's right, isn't it? Of course he did. 54. And Yahuwah said to Satan, As thou dost consider my servant Abraham, for there is none like him upon the earth. So now what is Abayewa is also doing? Satan was the one who made him to forget. That is what I'm saying. As soon as we are still in the body of corruption, definitely imperfect is going to be found in us. I can't imagine that. How can I be a worshiper when I was really in need of something in shame, don't have no child of my own, really I'm in need of it. People is mocking me out there, ridiculing me, calling me names. Now that Abayewa has done it for me, I will then forget him for a whole 37 years, no more burnt offering. No, that is bad as well. Is this Allah right? This is how he's judging us. That is what I said. We're still going to be falling into some kind of a mess, so we can't justify that mess. It is the body of corruption, okay? But this is what Allah is going to be using to fight. He's an accuser of the brethren. What our father did really is unspeakable. A whole 37 years, no more celebration, until no more altar, no more peace offering. No, that is bad. But Abba Yahuwah did not hold it against him. But Abba Yahuwah want to put stop to that. I need fellowship from you. And serpent is the one that caused you to forget my fellowshipping. I bless you. I've given you the promised child. Now you just abandon me. And you have taken the teaching of serpent. Now that serpent is going to make it so clear and say, don't do it. No, he will be finding one excuse. He will find some excuses not to do it. He will just feel lazy to do it. He will just forget. He will just take it away from your heart. He's the one that did it. Again, he's also the one that's going to be using to fight it. So Abba Yahuwah also present these days in order to bring Father Abraham into the once wonderful fellowship he once had with him before the son Isaac came into being. Your son, should he take my fellowship from you? Give you a son, should he take my worship from you? I need my worship every now and then, saith Abba Yahuwah. Okay, but serpent Allah caused Father Abraham to ignore it for a whole 37 years. That was really, really bad. 34, I take it again. And Yahuwah said to Satan, As thou dost consider my servant Abraham, for there is none like him upon earth, a perfect end and upright man before me, one that feareth Yahuwah and avoided evil, as I live. When I say unto him, bring up Isaac thy son before me, he will not withhold him from me. Much more if I told him to bring up a burnt offering before me from his flock or head. So we'll read the last verse. That is what we read in Zechariah 3, verses 1 and 2. It said, Is not this plant plucked out of fire? So the fire there is serpent, okay? The verses 2, the fire there is serpent, said because Yahshua, the high priest, stood before Yahuwah, and the angel of Yahuwah was there. And serpent, Allah also stood at his right hand, just to accuse him that is imperfect. Because Joshua was putting on a filthy garment. There was a stain in his garment. So Allah presented himself for that reason, only to accuse him. And Allah was the one who also gave that teaching because the daughters of the high priest now begin to do something so bad that like Eli. Eli was having children. What's their name? I forgot. Oh my father. They now become an adulterous fornicator right in the household of Abba Yahuwah. How can Eli, a powerful man of Yahuwah, fall into that mess? Joshua was a high priest, but his daughter was living as a prostitute. They were doing something so filth. Okay? Living as a prostitute, perverted sex. So that was what? The stain in his garment. He put on a filthy garment. Because his children, what they were doing, it's unspeakable. So now, Allah now stood at his right hand to use that to fight him. Okay? Even though he wasn't the one that did it. Okay? But he couldn't stop them. So Abba Yahuwah said, Is not this man a plant plucked out from fire? Father Abraham needs to be plucked out from your teaching because you are the fire over there. So that was what Abba Yahweh also dragged Satan to fish out the wickedness of Allah in Father Abraham. You know, that brought about this bragging, like I said. So I read now 55, the very last verse. And Satan, Abba Yahweh said, don't worry, if I ever request for Yesiak, he would do it. Just as like I request for, a lamb or goat or whatever. Listen to St. Pen now, 55, the very last verse. And Satan answered Yahuwah and said, speak then now unto Abraham, as thou hast said, and thou wilt see whether he will not these days transgress and cast aside thy word. Try it. The child you gave unto him in his old age. And we see what serpent did. He tried not to let this offering come to pass. He became, old man. He became young man to persuade, to dissuade Yesiak. He became old man to dissuade Father Abraham in order for them not to give that burnt offering. He dissuaded. He now became, when he now see he could this saucy, he now become a large river or brook on the way. Just to stop them not to do it, because he bragged already and said Abraham is not going to do it. Abba Yahweh said, let's see. In another way, Father Abraham said, did you see this? How he accuses us. So this is my opinion. It is better not to touch his property. Because he is bringing teachings to us. He's also going to be using that again to be waging war against, is an accuser of brethren. Night and day. You see, we also see the account over here. It says it's everywhere. Going and flow. Up and down. Take it. Accuse your wrong, any wrong you found, it will take it up, it will come down, take another one, it will come down, take another one, it will come down, take another one. That is it, night and day. Alright now, so let us also get some account from the New Testament. Here I am, Luke 22:31. It's an accuser. That is the fourth alphabet of this word called Allah, accuser of brethren. I read now. And Yehoshua said, Simeon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may swift you as a wind. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith, but I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. And when thou hast converted, strengthen thy brethren. You see, Santa or Allah always take a permission, to work with you. He have desire to do this to you. He called it Kifa. Serpent or Allah has desired, to take you and just wipe you off. Okay, so, but Yahushua said, I prayed for you. This is the will. This is the will of serpent. What is it doing? Running to and fro. He said up and down, to and fro, up and down in the earth. That is his job, to accuse you. Any error, imperfect. You see all these things he was using Kifa to do against Yahushua. He is also using it to fight. That was why Yahushua rebuked him. Yahushua is going to cross. Serpent said no will. He said, Kifa now took Yahushua aside and now begin to rebuke the author of life. Why must you? You shall not surely die. Who said that? Genesis 3. Woman, you shall not surely die. It is serpent speaking again, because he knew that said that the woman has come to crush his head. He doesn't want his head to be crushed. So you have to be using somebody to be dissuading him. Don't do it. Don't go to the cross. So he always followed this Peter. Yes, serpent was always all over this very, very Peter. Okay, in English Peter. In Yahudia's language, Kifa. Okay, it was always everywhere around him, to have his way inside of him. All right, now here I am, 1 Peter 5 verses 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, has a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. This is his job. This is his job. He's walking to and fro. We see already from his own mouth, walking to and fro. What is he seeking for? Someone to devour. You see, Allah cannot devour everybody. Every person he can't devour. Which are the very one he is looking for? The very elect. the very choosing of Abba Yahuwah, the very seed of Abba Yahuwah that carries the DNA, the genetic bloodline of Abba Yahuwah to do the ways of Abba Yahuwah. Those are the one Allah seeking for, to hinder them, to bring them down, to iniquity. He's taking some down to atheists, to a gymnastic, to all these people that is engaged righteousness, to Islam, to Christianity, to synagogue of Satan, to occultism, or to paganism, witchcraft, coven. In where I am, witchcraft, they also have their meeting. This one, they are not hiding it. They are proud of their meeting. They call themselves witches and wizard. They are so proud of it. They also came out, introduce themselves, who they are. It is Allah in all in all. So the very one that is of Abba Yahuwah, those are the one that useless already. Allah don't have time for them. In fact, in other words, Cain, Allah don't have time for Cain. Who is he in search of? Abel. Okay, the holy seed, just to destroy. So Allah seek. He does not devour everyone, but rather he seek. He look for special people to destroy it. He look for special people to deceive. He look for special people to lie to. That is what Allah is doing. All right. So I Baruch Abba Yahuwah for this awesome teaching. This is really, really accurate. This is not coincidence. This is deep revelation. The evidence is so huge, to be ignored. This is breaking news, What is the first letter go for? Accursed angel. With another gospel, the second letter, where they go for leader of legions of demons. The third letter, where they go for liar, father of all liars. And the fourth letter, where they go for accuser of brethren. So now let's hit hammer on Allah's head with the very last letter before we not proceed to the points we also have. All right, now. Amenalawo, Sagemonabono, Evae, Naloe, Kinegbamonabono, Oro Nalago, Efomonabono, Ahiomonabono, Opalo, Ogomonabono, Usagomonabono, Eminemi Alamie, Oye Utete, Nari Satibi, Eminemi Alami, Eminemi Alami, Eminemi Alami, Away Bebe, Eminemi Alami, Eminemi Alami, Eminemi Alami, Eminemi Alami, Away Bebe, Oh, Sanera Roboyo, Edibo Yete, Abba Yahuwah Raboye, Ediboye, Omojaku Wane, Ediboye, Babari Wajne, Ediboye, Ofiti Muwayne, Ediboye, Naraba Santa Labo, Allah, Evinomako, Oro, in many alarm, in many alarm, away, baby, on our Tamamunu, on our Tamano, Tiabo, Nala, Gele, and many alarm, away, baby, only the matter, and many alarm, away, baby, and many alarm, away, baby, oh, Yasrael, and many alarm, away, baby, Papa, and many alarm, away, baby, oh, and many alarm, away, baby, Agbo, and many alarm, away, baby, Allah, oh, Magala Zadeke, Nugaru Webuimo, in the Riboseke Yabo, and many alarm, away, and many alarm, away, a Betino, Oriorio, no, on you, Nuana, on you, Nuaga, no. O carry over no, Yerebo Santa Lobe, in many alarmi, yo, away, baby, many alarmi, in many alarmi, in many alarmi, away, baby, away, baby, oh, away, baby, yeah, away, baby, away, baby, mo Santa Lobo, in many alarmi, yeah. Away, baby, set it alone, 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 set it alone. Egeru, Nahyo, Eganayati Gualeru, Egeru, Nahyo, Eganayat Bagbeleru, Egeru, Nahyo, Eganayat Nahi, Egeru, Nahyo, Eganaya Dane Hasanera, Egeru, Nahyo, Eganaya Webino Sanera, Egeru, Nahyo, Egeru, Yerebosea, Egeru, Nahyo, Eganaya Babeleru, Egeru, Nahyo, Many alarmi, many alarmi, many alarmi, away, baby, away, baby. All right, now we proceed to the very last letter. What do we go for? The very last letter. It is the heavy, and the biggie, and the wavy, Allah exposed, by the fire of the Ruach HaKodesh. Allah is being exposed. So right now, the very last alphabet, what did it go for? Allah, me. All right now. So what did the last letter go for? He have no son. He have no son. That is the last letter. In a very, very soft, with a very, very soft voice, because this one break me down. He have no son. He, Allah, he have no son. He have no son. He have no son. He have no son. That is the last letter of this word called Allah. He have no son. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Allah, he have no son. Mo shantala bobo, mo shantala bebe. Mo shantala bobo, mo shantala bebe. He have no son. He don't just have a son. He have no son. Horrible, horrible. Ma santala bobo, orikayantolobo. Nerikayantelebe, orikayantolobo. Neriba handalabo sendelebe, erikayantolobo yantolobo. He have no son. That is it. What is this? What is the mystery of Allah? What is it being called? The first letter, accursed angel with another gospel. The second letter, legions, leader of legions of demons. The third letter, liar, father of all liars. The fourth letter, accuser of brethren. The fifth letter, he have no son. Period. That is Allah for you. Package it and couple it all together. It is disastrous link of fair review here on earth. He have no son. That is the Sharia law. He is coming to do it, because you say Allah have a son. That is his anger. Let me not go by sensational. Let me go by the royal law objective. He have no son. That is the very last letter of this word called Allah. He have no son. Allah, he have no son. He have no son. He have no son. You said he have a son. Christian, you said he have a son. In Allah's name, he have no son. Na mama hinarabe ye sentaribo mama senderibo turuntu turuntu mama turuntu turun paratu turuntu mama hinarabo yendarabo turun. He have no son. So let's take it that way. He have no son. And why Islam said Allah have no son? In a nutshell, they don't have a father. You know, they are bastard. Okay? Their progenitor Ishmael was being sent out. In fact, Father Abraham disowned him. He was being sent out of the family. Everyone knows that. Okay? Ishmael, Islam, they also knew that their progenitor was being rejected, being cast out of the family. So that was why, you know, that is the brutality Islam is going to pour upon the whole world, because they have a father, but their father rejected them. So with that hunger, that is their hunger. You see, they are so violent. You know, they are so full of rage. You know, their hunger. This is what they are going to pour upon the whole world, because their father rejected them. That is why Allah have no son. In a nutshell, they are confessing the right thing, because their Allah is not our Elohim. Not at all. That is my hunger for them. Stick with what you believe. You don't have no son. Yes, I congratulate. Your Allah don't have no son. They said they are slaves of Allah. Does this not blow off your mind that their mother was a slave in my father's house? Their mother was a slave to my own mother, Sarai, most blessed woman, eternal. Their mother was a slave unto us. And Father Abraham rejected their progenitor Ishmael, because you are blemished. You don't have to stay in the house. They not cast him out of the family. So Ishmael will not give it to the God of his mother. Go to the lineage of your mother. You don't belong to us. You have no part in us. So that is why Islam said Allah don't have a son, because their progenitor don't have a father. And this is the hunger they are going to pour upon the whole world, because they are being rejected and beat their son by their own father. And you not come to say Allah have a son. No, Allah don't have a son. And they said they are the slave of Allah. And their mother was a slave to our mother. So they carry the blood of slaves. Enslavement, it is in their gene. That is in their gene. They are slaves eternal. Because one more eternal enslavement, it is called the link of fire instituted by Allah himself. That was what Allah said in Quran 19 verses 71 through 72. He said none of Islam will never ever first of all taste the pains of fire. He said all of them will go through fire. Afterwards, Allah will come to deliver the good ones, the one that does good jobs. That could be, you know, the ally, the one that is fighting the battle of Allah, the jihadists, you know, to get 72 virgin. That is our next mystery now. If Alpa your word also stop me, if it does stop me, that is our next mystery now. The sexual ability of Allah. They say Allah don't have sex. Who said that? Come on now, let's be real. You're gonna hear that from me next Shabbat. I'm ready to die, okay? As you can see me, I'm not afraid of you. Not at all. If you can die for this garbage, Quran. So why won't I die for my own salvation? And Yahushua says anyone that tries to save his life is going to lose it. But anyone that loses his life, he's coming right away at the first resurrection. You believe you, I believe mine. You have your spirituality, I have my own spirituality. Allah don't have a son because they don't have a father. And they are slaves to Allah because their mother was a slave to us. Oh, let's put, you know, scripture to validate this. All right, now, you know, the royal law warns you and me about this spirit that is going to be revealed in the last days. Okay, here I am, 1 John chapter 2, 18 to 23. Little children, it is the last times. Okay, and as ye have heard that anti-Messiah shall come, even now are there many anti-Messiahs, whereby we know that it is the last times. Okay, now, many anti-Messiahs, that is plural. Like I said, Allah, the second alphabet of Allah, what did they go for? Leader of legions of demons. So the demons over there, the legions of demons, they are the anti-Messiahs. Islam, synagogue of Satan, Christianity, they opposes everything that have to do with the royal law. Okay, so the anti-Messiahs primarily started in Genesis 3. Anti-Messiah simply means opposer. You don't stick with the rating. Abayewa says Shabbat. Christianity says Sunday. These are the anti-Messiahs. Okay, everything Christianity practice, it is to oppose the real thing in the royal law. So they are the men. And Allah is the leader of all of them. 19. And they went, listen now. And they went from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out, that they might be made manifest, that they were not all of us. Like I said, Allah, which is the seraphims, the fallen seraphims, is the highest ranking angel in heavens. Go and read where I just gave unto you. Okay, so it came out from us. Okay, so I'm gonna read now. But BJ, okay, but ye have an auction from the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy One, and know all things. Yes, I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, because ye know it, that no lie is of the truth. You knew that Yahushua was Beth. You knew he have a heavenly Father. You knew he is almighty. You knew he is a son, he have a father. You knew he died. You knew he was buried. You knew he resurrected. So I'm not bringing another gospel unto you. You knew already, because no lie should be found in truth. That is what he's saying to you and me. You knew already. You know, this one is so solid. No one can get this out of you. Okay, listen now to 22. Who is a liar? But he that denieth that Yahushua is the Messiah is anti-Messiah. That denieth, listen now, the Father and the Son. Whosoever denieth the Son, the same hath not the Father. But he that acknowledgeth the Son hath the Father also. So what is it saying? It's making it so clear to you and me that anyone is going to deny the relationship of a father and a son is the anti-Messiah. I don't know why people keep pointing to Williams. How can you say Williams is an anti-Messiah, whereby you acknowledge that there is a Catholicism inside their monarchy or whatever, inside their palace over there? They also do Sunday madness. How can you say William is another? They also say it is Pope. How can you say this Pope? Pope acknowledge all these facts. The only religion that does not, it is Islam. So let the whole world focus their eyes on Islam. No one else but Islam, because it's already manifested. Allah, you say the very first last letter, he have no son. And it is true, because they are bastard. They were being rejected, so now they are bastards. They don't have father, and they said they are slaves of Allah. That is correct, because their mother was a slave in our house. So the slave mate is running through their blood, eternal. All right, now here we are again. 1 John 4, I take from 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahuwah, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye that spirit. Know ye the spirit of Yahuwah. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is of Yahushua. Christianity failed this mark. What does it say? Any spirit that comes, that confess that Yahushua comes in flesh, it is of Yahweh. This is how we are going to know that. So what did Yahushua do? John chapter 1 verses 14 said, the word now became flesh. The royal law now became flesh. Think not that I've come to abolish what? The royal law. No, the prophecies of the prophet. Until when? The heavens and the earth is no more. So Christianity couldn't confess this. Rather, they said Jesus nailed it to the cross. They said that Jesus did not keep all this royal law in flesh. Yahushua celebrate all his father's feasts. He keep all his father's, calendar, all his feasts. He said, he come in the name of his father. He called on his father, Yahuwah. I come in the name of my father. John 5:43. You receive me not? Oh, that is going to come in his own name. He will receive. Him you're going to receive. So they receive the anti-Mashiach already, because Jesus denied. Jesus said he nails the law to the cross. He abolished the Shabbat, all the biblical feast. He's done away with everything. So that is why those ones, they are hanging on with Allah in another system, Babylonian. Allah is the leader of legions of demons. 3 now. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahushua come is that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh. That does not confess it is not of Yahweh. And this is the spirit of the anti-Mashiach, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world. I see that even in the 1st century, Christianity surfaced already. In the 1st century, even while these apostles were still teaching Christianity, the very spirit of anti-Mashiach has already come. They are the spirit of anti-Mashiach. They are not anti-Mashiach, but they are the spirit. But the anti-Mashiach itself, it is Allah, Islam. Anti-Mashiach, a spirit, is also Allah, because Allah is the leader of legions of demons. Is the leader of all legions of demons. Okay, is Allah working in all and all? Is the one that Christianity is worshiping. We are going to see that now. Immediately we are done with this. I read now 2 John 1 verses 7. For many deceivers are entered into the world, who confesses not that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in flesh. This is the deceiver and an anti-Mashiach. It is the Christian altogether. The finisher is Allah. So right now, let's first of all unveil their lies. Yahushua have a father, and Messiah have a father. Then we will not go to Quran that said he have no son. And I told you why they said he have no son. So let us first of all see this cloud of witnesses that Yahushua is the son of Yahuwah. Okay, we know they are talking about Messiah, but they are preaching another Mashiach, not the very biblical one, but the very opposite of it. Matthew 16-17. And Yahushua, when he was baptized, went up straight away out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of Yahuwah descending like a dove and lighting upon him. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. So right over here, we see the Father himself confess that I have a son. And right away, the Ruach HaKodesh confirmed that Yahushua is a son. Okay? So this is the first proof that destroy Allah totally. So we see already Abba Yahweh confessed direct that he have a son, and the Ruach HaKodesh confessed direct that Yahushua is the son of Abba Yahweh. So right now I want to hear from Yahushua himself. Mark chapter 14, 61 to 62. But he hid his peace and answered nothing. Again the high priest asked him and said unto him, art thou the Messiah, the son of the blessed one? Even the Pharisees confessed that he is the son of the blessed one. Why? Because they already knew that the son of Yahweh is coming. That is why he asked him, are you the son of the blessed one? 62. He himself confirms it. And Yahushua said, I am. And he shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. He himself said, yes, I am. Okay, so let's put some more. So we see Abba Yahweh confess that Yahushua is his son. The Ruach HaKodesh confirms that Yahushua is his son, is Abba Yahweh's son, and Yahushua himself confirms it. So right now we want to see angel also confirms that. Luke chapter 1, 30 to 31. And the angel said unto her, fear not, Mariam, for thou hast found favor with Yahuwah, and behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yahushua. He shall be great, and shall be called what? The Son of the Highest. The Son of Yahuwah. Angel confess it. Let's also put another proof. Every one of us know and believed, including Islam, that John the Baptist, Yahuwah, was a prophet. Everyone knows that. So the prophet also confirms that. John chapter 1 verses 34. And I saw and bear record that this is the Son of Yahuwah. So the prophet testified about it, that Yahushua is the Son of Yahuwah. That also goes now to the apostles. Nathanael, in that same particular place again, answered. Nathanael answered himself unto him, Rabbi, thou art the Son of Yahuwah, thou art the King of Israel. The prophet confirms it. Even the apostles, even the followers, even the high priest, the Pharisees. We see, let's put some more. So let's take this from Matthew 16. We're going to read from 13. And Yahushua came unto the coast of, okay, now let me go to 14. And he said, some say, okay, yeah, 15. A city of yeah, okay. Let me take it. When Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? Okay. And they said, some said that thou art John the Baptist, son Eliyahu, and other Yirmiyahu, or other one of the prophets. That is Islam. They call him prophet. He saith unto them, but whom say ye that I am? You that is with me, that is so close to me. And Simeon Kepha answered and said, thou art Yahushua, or thou art Amashiach, the Son of the living Yahuwah. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simeon, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto you, but my Father which is in heaven. His Father confirms it again. This is my son. We keep hearing this everywhere. The Father never stopped confessing that Yahushua is his son. And likewise Yahushua. And the apostles, you see, he said, Abba Yahweh revealed it to Kepha, this one is mine. Okay? Others, they are saying nonsense. Islam is saying nonsense. But this is who he is my son. Here I am, Matthew 14:33. You can read it all. Okay, when there was a great, storm or whatever, Yahushua did something amazing. Now listen and hear what the disciples said. Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, of a truth, thou art the Son of Yahuwah. Even Martha also confirms exactly the same. You can read all 11, John chapter 11, Ari 27. She said unto him, yeah, Adonai, I believe that thou art the Messiah, the Son of Yahuwah, which should come into the world, because it's something that the prophet has already announced, to our brethren, so they keep waiting for him. Even the Roman armies, the centurion, they confess that Yahushua is the son of Yahuwah. I read now Matthew 27:54. Now, when the centurion and they that were with him, watching Yahushua, saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, truly, this was the son of Yahuwah. Not just that alone, evil demon that is so fierce, still confess that Yahushua is the son of Yahuwah. Islam, you are being rebuked, you and your mad Quran. Mark chapter 5, I read verse 7. And cried out with a loud voice and said, what have I to do with thee, Yahushua, thou son of the Most High Yahuwah? I adjure thee by Yahuwah, that thou torment me not. Demon confess it. Let us go. Demon that doesn't even have the ability to tell the truth, he confesses Yahushua that is the son. Even devil himself that doesn't have he said you are a liar and father of all liar, yet he confessed the truth. Matthew 4, I read 3. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the son of Yahuwah, command that these stones be made bread. It did not say you are not, you are now, you are the son. Yeah, I know you are the son of Yahuwah. You came to save the whole world. Therefore, come start your miracle here now. Okay? Start it over here right now. And we know that stone's what he's talking about. A stone, it's human. Yahushua is the chief cornerstone. And Semper said, I will make myself like the Most High. And what is he saying over there? He said, turn this stone to bread. We know bread is healing. In the Bible, in the royal law, bread is healing. So, Sepe was the stone over there. Devil was the stone over there. I know you came to save the whole world, so save me. Turn me, that stone, into bread. Healed me. Automatically, that's what he was saying. Healed me because you came to save the whole world. Also save me from this damnation that before me, right in Genesis 3. If you are the son of Yahuwah, also do this for me because you came to save the whole world. Stone is you, myself. I will make myself like the Most High. We are the spiritual stone to build the house. And Yahushua is the chief cornerstone. And some person I will make myself like the Most High. So Allah also have a stone, the stone of Allah, Jamil. We will see that next week Shabbat. Right, Allah said it's his right hand. The very one is used to take away the sins of Islam. All right, you see, devil also confessed that Yahushua is the son of Yahuwah. You alone can heal me. Turn me the stone into bread. What he was saying, rather healed me. I need healing from you. So we have seen the clouds, just fear of it, of witnesses that Yahushua have a father, that Yahuwah have a son. So let's also pick some parts from Quran that disputes this fact. Is the final goal to go. All right now. Quran, Surah 2, verses 161, I read. They say Allah has begotten a son. I'm not going to praise you, Allah. Okay. All things are, creator of heaven, whatever. Decree a thing he need only whatever. Okay, let me proceed to other. I can't praise Allah because he said Allah cannot have because he's all that every contain. Let me go further and leave this crap. Quran 5, 160. And then Allah will say to Jesus, son of Maria, did you ever say to mankind, worship me and my mother, as God? Beside, this is why Jesus is coming back to refute you, Christian, because he never asked you people to worship him, or you lied against him. Let me go for the one that I needed. Quran 6, 101. Let me see if I can. Okay, I'm not going to praise Allah. The earth, how can, after they are praising him, how can he have a son? When he has no concern, he created all things. That is, when he have no wife, how can he have a son? We leave that again. I go for Surah. Quran 9, Surah 9, verses 13, where that really makes it clear. The Jewish say Ezra is the son of God, while the Christians say Messiah is the son of God. Such are they. Such are their practice by which they imitate the infidel of old. God forbid. Allah punished them. I'm going to be using Allah. Allah punished them. how perverse they are. They say Allah should punish you for you to say God have a son. Now we go for another one. Allah punish them. Quran 10:68. They say Allah has begotten son. Allah forbid. Self-sufficient. Okay, I'm not going to praise Allah. Surely for this have you no, okay, when you say of Allah, what you, okay, I can't praise Allah, I'm sorry. It said Allah forbid they don't have it, so that is the area I'm looking for. Quran 19, Surah 19:35, I read. Such was Jesus, the son of Maryam, that is the whole truth, which they still doubt. Allah forbid that he himself should begot a son when he decree a thing. No, I'm not going to praise that crap. You hear already? Allah forbid that he should have a son. Let's go to another one. Quran 19:88, Surah 19:88. We read, those who say Allah of mercy, no, okay, Allah of mercy has begotten a son, preach a fairy tale falsehood, or a falsehood, at which the very heaven might, no, I'm not going to pray crack. It said if Allah have son, the very heaven might crack, the earth break asunder, and the mountain crumble to dust, that they should ascribe a son to Allah merciful when it does not become the, okay, to begot one. I'm not going to praise him. I'm sorry for that. We go for another one. Another Quran. Quran 23 verses 91. We read now. Never has Allah begotten a son, nor is there any other God beside him. Where does, okay, you heard already, never has Allah begotten a son. You that said it does. He said Allah is going to punish you for that. It's falsehood. We go for another Quran. Quran 37:51. Surely he, when they decree Allah has begotten children, they lie. You told the lie. I say you lie. Okay. We go for another Quran. Quran 39 verses 4. Had it be his will to adopt a son, he would have chosen whom he pleased out of his own creation. You see, he doesn't have a son. Quran 43:82. Say, if the Allah of mercy had a son, I would be the first to worship him. Muhammad said, assuming Allah have a son, he would have been the first to worship him. For that simple reason, Allah don't have a son. This is the Sharia law. Quran 72 verses 3, we read now. Okay, now. He exalted glory. That glory is not exalted. It's in the bottomless pit, okay? Okay. Has taken no wife, nor has he begotten any children. The blasphemy, one among us has uttered, went on falsehood against Allah. Altogether we had supposed no man or jinn could tell of him what is or whatever. It's not important. Quran 112 verses 1-4. Say, Allah is one, the eternal Allah. He begot none, nor was he begotten, none is equal to him. All right, let me hang it over there. I think I'm done. Okay, I just want to put, it said, out of the mouth or 2 or 3 witnesses testimony, shall be established. I got more than 5 or 6, so let me hang it over there in order to go for the points. You see, it said, who is a liar? We prove it already. A liar. This is the last alphabet of Allah. Simply go forward. He have no son. Now, meanwhile, Quran itself said Allah have a father, or Messiah have a father. Okay, let me refer it that way because Allah doesn't have a son. But his Quran, this is how Allah contradicts himself. His Quran said he does. Okay, Quran 19 from 60 to 33 or 5. It is all about this matter. Okay, now I read. Oh, Muhammad, recite in the book the account of Mariam when she withdrew from her people to a place towards the east. Now, Quran, that is Surah 19 verses 17 now. Drew a city, whatever, a screen herself, screen herself from people, whereupon we said, listen now, we sent to her our spirit, and he appeared to her as a well-built shape man. That is angel. Okay, 19 now. Maria exclaimed, I surely take refuge from you with the most compassionate Allah, if you at all Allah fearing. He said, I am just a messenger bearer of your Allah. I have come to grant you a most pure boy. Pure boy. These people, they are beasts. Allah thought the way are very ugly beast. They have come to a pure boy. That is a holy child. 20. Now Mariam said, how can a boy be born to me when no man has even touched me, nor have I ever been unchaste? Listen now. This is where Allah did it. 21. Quran Surah 19, 21. The angel said, thus shall it be. Your Allah says it easy for me, and we will do so in order to make him a sign for mankind and a mercy from us. This has been decreed. You see stupidity? You call this just a prophet where Allah said is a sign. I'm going to do it by myself. And Allah said it's going to be a sign to the world. It's going to also be a mercy from me to the world. How can you call such a person? Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 characteristics that Muhammad, the very wicked animal, never have. Muhammad keep pleading for mercy upon because he was a sinful man. Okay? To that extent, he wanted to commit suicide. Alright? But Yahushua was being conceived. Miraculously, Quran admits so. That Allah did it, Quran admits so. That is a sign from Allah, Quran admits so. That what is a mercy from Allah to him, to mankind. You can read it all. So now what happened? What happened? After Mary has given birth, she now returned back to her family. As soon as they saw her, they now exclaimed, oh, why have you done this? Your mother was not an harlot, or neither your father, whatever. That is, you came from a holy home. So they were accusing her of being, fornicate with her husband. Therefore, what happened? According to Quran, according to this, their scholar or whatever, or commentary, said the baby was just like a baby is being birthed yesterday, today, and now beginning to talk. That is the first miracle of Messiah in Islam. That is his first miracle. Now, Muhammad never get any of this qualification. And yet you still there call such a person a prophet? Whereby, okay, Allah says they want to do it. Islam, I keep asking this question. Now, what make a man a father? It is that a man provided what? The DNA. That makes you a father. You put it in the uterus of the woman. Okay, as you come into her, you drop your DNA in her uterus. In the due time, she brings forth a child for you, whether a boy or a girl. And that simply makes you a father. And then Allah said, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it myself. He said it is an easy thing for him to do. So that is, Allah not dropped whatever in the womb of the woman. Therefore, the woman, because we all knew woman don't have DNA, woman don't have a blood, Allah, you want to settle that Maria did it all? No, you say you are the one to do it. Therefore, Maria, you got her pregnant. That makes Allah a father. But Allah said he's not a father. But we know why Allah rejected to be a father, because his worshippers, they were being cast out of the family of Yahuwah. Okay, Ishmael, that very progenitor, was being rejected in the son by his father. So that was why they don't have a father. And they said they are slaves eternal to Allah. That is correct. Because their blood carries slave mate, because their mother was our slaves. Okay, so he said that is what they are, eternal. So Allah, Quran said Allah does. Okay, because Allah provided gene, the DNA, And that makes any man that provide the DNA and put it in the woman's uterus, that makes you a father. Very clear and neat, according to the early system. Romans chapter 1 verses 20 said, the invisible things, the visible is unveiling unto us the invisible. He said through the visible, the invisible is clearly seen. You are a father, that is clearly seen. That is how Allah did it. We know Allah is a demon, okay? You are just there perverting our book. So right now, this is the mystery of Allah. Quickly, I Baruch Habe Yehovah for his wonder and for the successful broadcasting. I just bless his name. So right now, I want to go into point quickly because I have a few minutes to go. Quickly to look into the 4 points, not too long, okay? So this is the reason for Sharia law. Because you guys say Allah have a son and Allah said he don't, you lie against him. So Allah is coming, for that reason for you to drop that belief and come to Islam. Because Allah, he have no son. That is the very last alphabet.
Rebo yentu lebo shantalabe.
Sede, Raboseke Mushantalobe, Raboyantu Musekerebo, Ribosuneleberi Mayanta Labose, Rakayantu Bunde Santa Lobo, Riborobose Mayanta Labuse, Reke Riboyunde Yaboyaboe, Morikalabe na Santa Labuseke, Neriboye na Santa Lobu. So bless you are when you die before Sharia law. This is how dreadful it is. Bless you are if you don't go through Sharia law. It will not bless you are if you enter the ark of Yahushua. Allah is gonna cause everyone. 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 Reboyantu ne Santa Lobe, Rico Yande na Yanta Lobo, Rike Sekebo Narabu Yanta Labe, Rika Yantu ne Santa Lobe. So bless you all when you die before Sharia law. Amen. Bless you all if you don't go through Sharia law. Sharia law simply means one word. Sharia law simply means convert to Islam. Sharia law simply means to deny the author of life. Sharia law is the thief that came to steal, kill, and destroy. Allah is gonna cause everyone. Allah is gonna cause everyone. Allah is gonna cause everybody. Allah is gonna cause everyone. Rebo Shantu na Rebo Yende, Rico Sendo Ribo Shanto Lobe. What side are you? The side of Yahuwah or the side of Allah? The side of Yahushua or the side of Mahadi? Allah is cause, and it's going to cause everybody. What side are you? All right now. So we go for point 1. How does it go? Point 1 goes this way. Allah is the fallen seraphims, the highest order of all angels. Okay? Of all angels, the very DNA of Abba Yehovah, like I said already, you can see Isaiah chapter 6, Yeshayahu chapter 6, okay, for that. So I want to prove something to you over here, Yeshayahu chapter 6, I read verses 2, you can read it all. Above it still the seraphims, each one had 6 wings. It's talking about the throne of Abba Yehovah. Okay, let me take it. In the year that King Uzza died, I saw also Yahuwah sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above it still the seraphims. So they are the highest order of all angels. So these seraphims, they are the miracle working. Let me first of all prove it step by step. So when you keep reading, you're going to see it. He cleansed the lips of Yeshayahu. Okay, he cleanses his lips. So they are the one to prepare the believer for ministries. Okay, they are the one to assign us for the ministries Abba Yehovah assigned unto us. They are the one to prepare you for it. Okay, when there is any filth in you, they are the one to take it off you. It is their job. Okay, they are the highest order of all angels. They cleanse by fire. So like I make known unto you already, seraphim simply means the blazed one. Okay, the fiery ones. Okay, and then when it now comes to singular, it simply means seraphs. And what does that mean? It simply means fiery flying serpent. Okay. Now here I am, Genesis 3. I just read verse 1 to prove it to you. Now the serpent was more subtle. Yes, they are the highest ranking of all angels. They stood above heavens. They are the one that is above. The cherubim center cover the ark of the covenant and Abba Yehovah mercy seat. And while the 4 living creatures circle around the throne of Abba Yehovah, okay? So they are the highest order of all angels. They are, so the fallen one, this is the, Allah is the fallen one. That is what I'm talking about. And when you go to Genesis 2:9, Allah is the tree now of the knowledge of good and evil, okay? It is the fallen seraphims. And they are also the DNA, the very ablaze. In fact, they are the true essence of Abba Yahuwah. So I'll be reading this particular place. I also read in chapter 1 or part 1 or so. Ezekiel 29 verses 3. Allah is the dragon over there, okay? Let me first of all read Revelation. Ezekiel 3. Numbers 21 verses 4 way down to 9. They are the fiery flying serpents, okay? So let me read Revelation now. Ezekiel 29 verses 3. Abba Yahweh saith unto Pharaoh, he said, Pharaoh, the great dragon. And dragon, we also see here is the serpent, okay? Revelation 12, 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, okay? So with his uncleanness, I established that already in part 1. He drew down the third part of stars of heaven to the earth. That was why I said, of course, revealed in the name of Allah, that Allah is the leader of legions of demons. He flew them down, okay? Now this is our DNA. Now this is how it begins in our mother's uterus. This is human being. This is how life begins. It's like a serpent. Yes, serpent is the very DNA of Abba Yahuwah. Here I am, Luke chapter 1:35. And the angel answered and said unto her, the Ruach HaKodesh shall come upon you, and the power of the highest shall overshadow thee. Therefore also that holy thing which shall be born of thee shall be called the Son of Yahuwah. You see, he said the Ruach HaKodesh is the one to do it, is the one to come upon you. And the Ruach HaKodesh is the very ablaze, is the highest order of all angels, is the very ablaze, is the fire. When you go to Acts of Apostles chapter 2, he was the one who came by fire. Simply mean the burning ones, the seraphims. When you also go to Exodus chapter 3, he was also the one who gave the name of Abba Yahuwah by fire, the burning bush. Is the ablaze one, okay? They are the highest of it all. They're still above. They are the seraphims, okay? They are unforgivable. They are also the torment of the lake of fire. When you sin against them, it is eternal damnation, because they are fire they consumed. Okay, but Allah have no fire anymore. Allah, you see now, red dragon. Allah is now red. What is red? Now Allah is soaked with humans' blood. It's a blood-sucking demon. So right now, Matthew chapter 1 verses 18. Now the birth of Yahushua HaMashiach was in this wise. When as his mother Maria was espoused to Yusuf, before they came together, she was found with child of the Ruach HaKodesh. Then Yusuf, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privately. But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of Yahuwah appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Yusuf, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Miriam thy wife, for that which is conceived in her, it is of the Ruach HaKodesh. The Ruach HaKodesh was the one who got her pregnant. This is how life is. Did you get that? Let me also put our DNA strand. It's like that one is a crooked serpent, okay? So this is it. This is our DNA strand. You see? It looks like crooked serpent. You got it now? DNA. This is our DNA. You see? Strand. This is how it is. It's like a crooked serpent. Did you get this? Did you check how life begins? It's just like a serpent. Should I put it again? This is the actual serpent. Do you see how life begins? It's just like a serpent. Do you see our DNA strand? It's like crooked serpent. Let me put how life begins again for you to get the memory back. Did you get that? So this is how life begins. This is human, just like a snake. Let me put now how the name of Allah is being written in Arabic. It's a for the snake as well. Did you get that? This is a for the snake, and this is how Allah is being written in Arabic, okay? It's a for the snake. Allah is a fallen seraphims, okay? They are the very highest order. That is why it's coming to do these damages powerfully to the four corners of the earth. So now we go for point 2 quickly. Point 2, it goes this way. Allah is the miracle working one and God's fire in the Christendom. Allah is the one doing it. Is the highest of it all. I proved it already. They are the high-ranking angels. They are the one that is preparing people for the ministry. We saw that in Isaiah 6. Okay, so let's get the precept. Family, listen to part 1 because it's like I treat this that in the case of Allah, this okay now it goes like this. The second alphabet of Allah goes like this: leader of legions of demons. So I unveil that this particular play. I'm only going to put few. I unveiled it already in part 1. Okay, listen to it. Is the king of the bottomless pit. Is also the Beelzebub, the miracle working in Christendom today. So I read in Matthew 24:24. For there shall arise false messiahs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, not so much that if it were possible they shall deceive the elect. What the Messiah called the miracle of the Christendom, a deceiving miracle. I put some more. I read in Matthew 7:21-23. Not everyone that saith unto me, Adonai, shall enter into the kingdom of my Father, into the kingdom of heaven. But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. The will of his Father is right from Genesis 1 way down to Revelation 22. And Jesus nailed that to the cross. And Allah said it's corrupt. So Allah is the one working with their Christendom. 22. Many will say to me in that day, Adonai, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name do many wonders. And then will I prophesy unto them plainly, I never knew you, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Who work those miracles in there? It is Allah. Islam is the final goal of that miracle. So now you can read 2 Thessalonians from verses 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 1-12. But I'm going to pick some verses to read. Let no man deceive you, verses 3 now. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except what? There come first a falling away. Okay, there come a falling away first. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Allah is the son of perdition. Jesus is the son of perdition. It's going to be revealed now in Sharia law. The man of sin. What is sin? Sin simply means breaking the royal law. Okay. Allah said the royal law is corrupt. He gave Quran. Christianity, Jesus said he abolished the royal law. He gave them Babylonian. I read 4. Who opposeth and exalt himself above all that is called Yahuwah, or that is worshipped, so that he, as Yahuwah, sitteth in the temple of Yahuwah, showing himself that he is Yahuwah. That is the final goal of Islam. We see it already in the Christendom. Everybody in the whole world believes that Christianity have the true Messiah, but is a lie. Now, so for the mystery of iniquity doeth already at work. Is working even in those days. The iniquity, how they are doing it. Say you workers of iniquity. You see now that iniquity was being done. It was a mystery unto them. They that is doing it, they don't know what they are doing. Yahushua said, you workers of iniquity, your miracle came from iniquity. You're casting out devil. You didn't cast out no devil. Rather, your miracle is a deceiving miracle. It's going to deceive the elect. That's why Yahushua called that miracle a deceiving miracle. So rather, let us also see what Apostle Shahu, the one you call Paul, also called the miracle of the anti-Messiah spirits, which is the Christendom. It is a lying wonder. I read now, 8 now. And then shall that wicked, remember I said K is of that wicked one. That is how he quoted it. I think 1 John, so he said K, that wicked one. K is of that wicked one. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yehoshua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even a holy ones, all holy prophet. No one has ever seen Yehoshua and retain their strength. They always fall as though dead. Daniel said I was dead. Jehu cannot, all of them always collapse. Talk less of you, filthy. Allah is going to stand in his presence. Now you're going to melt away. 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. What did Apostle Shaul call it? Lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness. He workers of iniquity in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, Yahuwah shall send them strong delusion. Allah is the final strong delusion. Jesus is the strong delusion right now. Allah is the final one. And Yahuwah is the one doing it, because you refuse to receive his truth in love. Therefore, get a lie and believe a lie and condemn to eternal damnation. That is the Sharia law on its way coming out. That they should believe a lie that they all might be damned, who believe not the truth, but but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Abayewa is the one sending Allah to you now. You can read all Revelation chapter 30 is just the next event now at hand. To pour that garbage on you if you allow him to do that. Revelation 30, I read 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship it. It said all, not some. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship it, whose names are not written in the book in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. So you are going to worship Allah, okay? 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and had two horns. Yes, that is the Mahadis right here. All right, now 12. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whosoever whose deadly wound was healed. Okay, it's gonna curse. Allah is a God. He's gonna pour curses on you. 13. And he doeth great wonders, great not small, okay? And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of all men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had their wound by the sword, and did live. Who is the image? Islam is the image of Allah, the final goal to go. You see his miracle? Who cannot cause it mark of the beast miracle? It's on its way for you. All right, now here I am, Revelation 16, 30 to 40. And I saw 3 unclean spirits, like frogs. All right. Like flaws come out of the mouth of the dragon is serpent, okay, is Allah, and out of the mouth of the beast, Jesus, and Mahdi is there the beast, okay, the first Messiah, and out of the mouth of the first prophet, Islam, and the Christian first prophets. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them together to the battle of the great day of Yahuwah Almighty. We put some more. So it was also the authority of Pharaoh and all Pharaoh magicians, the Allah, the very serpent. Here I am, Exodus 7, I read from 8. And Yahuwah spake unto Moshe and unto Aaron, saying, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, show a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. And Moshe and Aaron went unto Pharaoh, and they did so as Yahweh had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servant, and it became a serpent. A rod is also a serpent. You can see that in Exodus chapter 4. When Abba Yahweh asked him, what do you have in your hand? He asked Moshe, and Moshe now said, a rod. He now said, cast it down. The rod now become a serpent. We're going to also find out in the other verses. Rod also is being called serpent. Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers, now magicians of Egypt. They also did in like manner with their enchantment, for they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods. In us, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Seraphim is the one doing miracle in us. In the Christian or the Allah, the fallen Seraphim is the one doing it in them. And it's also the one doing it in Babalawo, in pagan, whatever, all the scientists is the one, okay? So I read, Yeshua 14:29. Rejoice not thou, O Philistine, because the rod of him that smote thee is broken, for out of the serpent's root shall come forth a crooked, and his fruit shall be a fiery flying serpent. Did you get that? So the rod, serpent is also being called rod, okay? All right, now we'll see that the miracle of this group have a negative incarnation. What did Yahushua call it? A deceiving miracle. What did Apostle Shaw, who called it, the one you call Paul, a lying wonder? What did Yahushua call it, the one you call John, a mark of the beast miracle? Okay, Revelation 16, again, what did they call it? Another name, okay? The miracle of devils. So how are they doing it? Let's get the mystery over here. The book of Anuka, 1 Jude Jude 140 also make references to this very book I'm going to quote from. It is the book of Anuka, the one you call Enoch, okay? So you have the mysteries over here for us. He really, his mysteries or his ministries was to look into the affairs or the ministry of the fallen angels. Is powerful. I read verses 2. Chapter 8, verses 2, I read. And there arose much godliness, and they committed fornication, and they were led astray, and became corrupt in all their ways. Some Jazet taught enchantment. What do we all see in the rod of Pharaoh? They cast that spell through what? Enchantment. Some Jazet taught enchantment, and root cutting, amorose, the resolving of the enchantment. So now, this is how he goes. I gave you a deep mystery. So this is how it goes. Now, some Jazel, which is Allah, he is the one to strike you with any diseases, with any problem. He can even kill you. Now, Hamoros is the one to heal you. He is the resolving of the enchantment. That when Allah casts it, Amoros reveals. That is why Messiah call it a lying wonder. That is why Apostle shall call it, Apostle shall call it a lying wonder. Yahushua calls it a deceiving miracle. And Yahuwah call it a mark of the beast. Miracle is the beast. It is Jesus, it is Mahdi, and the dragon is Allah himself, the fallen seraphims. Is the Christian ghost fire. Listen to part 1 in order for you to get all the full packages. So this is the mystery of the miracle. It's a lying wonders. Okay. Allah will struck somebody with any kinds of diseases. Hamoros will go there and remove it. And this is why it's being called deceiving. When you see, wow, Jesus have done it again. Oh, you just see somebody, he resurrected somebody from the dead. Oh, Jesus is the true Messiah. Jesus is the true Messiah. No, you are being deceived. No, you are being deceived. That is good for you, because you don't know your right from your left. You justify. He said, if they don't speak according to the testimony of the royal law, the light is not is there. In the Deuteronomy 13, regardless of their miracle, if they don't keep the royal law and go according to the statutes and the commandment of Abba, you will say they are garbage, they are false, and that prophet needs to die. So now you can read Matthew 13, verses 13 to 17. That is why a prophet wants to hear, but he cannot hear. The righteous want to see, but they cannot see yet, because they are hearing the voice of Allah and they are seeing the vision of Allah. They are blind to the real thing and they are seeing the counterfeit. So right now we proceed now to point 3. I'm brushing. How does that also work? Allah is the father of the third part of humanity. His Sharia law is to gather all his children into his kingdom called Islam. Is the father of third part of humanity. His Sharia law simply means gather all my posterities and put them in my kingdom. Is that wrong something? No, he's coming to gather all his property and put them and ship them in one garage. You know, Yahushua coming, the true Messiah, is like the days of Noah. And what was going on in the days of Noah? Let's look into that. Genesis chapter 6. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply in the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the son of Yahuwah saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And Yahuwah said, my spirit shall not always strive with men, for that he also is a flesh. Yet is the all right now. Okay. There was giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of Yahuwah came in unto the daughters of men, and they bore children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of Reona. Where is their old age? Genesis 3. All right, now that was why destruction came. Now, take a listen. What is going on today? Yahushua said it's coming like the days of Noah. The whole world today is filled, with giants. The seed of Allah. Let's say the sempet, okay? That is why Allah, Abba Yahuwah, gave that authority unto them. I'm coming to rule my earth, gather your children, and put them in one garage, okay? So Islam, they are giants. Every Christendom pastors, they are giants, okay? They are giant. Islam, they are just. Synagogue said all of them. They are the seed of sempet. Here I am. 1 Samuel 24:14. As saith the proverb of the ancients, wickedness proceedeth from the wicked, but my hand shall not be upon thee. Wickedness proceeds from wickedness. That is why they cannot get it right. Because from wickedness needs to proceed. Allah is wicked, you rebelled. Every seed that is coming out from Allah, they are all going to be wicked. Okay, that is why they are still breaking the royal law. Matthew 23:33. Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can you escape the damnation of hell? Tell me now. This is Messiah himself speaking to you. Again, this is Yahushua speaking to you, Messiah, the true Messiah. Matthew 12:34. O generation of vipers, how can you be evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the earth, the mouth speaketh. You proceed from Allah. You can keep the royal law? No, you can't. You are evil. You came from the evil tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the very one Christianity is celebrating on their Christmas day, the Christmas tree. You proceed from there. How are you going to keep the royal law? No, you came from the evil tree. You are evil. You are the seed of serpent. These are they. Matthew, Messiah is still the one talking. Psalm 1:50. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Inwardly they are Allah. In their physical, they will be calling ghost fire. This is the Christendom again. Ye shall know them by their fruits. That is correct. Do men gather grapes of thorns? Not at all. Or figs of Texo? Not at all. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which is the corrupt tree, bringeth forth evil fruit. Islam is evil. Synagogue of Satan, Christianity, third part of humanity, they are evil children, giant. 18. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. How can you keep Sunday? You are comfortable. No, you came from the evil tree. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good tree. No, good fruit. It's not possible. Every tree that bringeth forth, every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. That is the judgment, Sharia law. Yahuwah is the one doing it. Therefore, by their fruit you shall know them. We see already their fruit. I cast out demon. I prophesy in your name. Yes, Allah is the one. Is the evil fruit. You can't bring out good miracle, but evil to deceive the whole world. That is the Christendom, Allah and all. So the last scriptures to go. We want to see the work Yahuwah gave to this giant, that is the children of Allah, in these last days to do final cleansing, because the coming of Yahushua is like the days of Noah. Here I am. Enoch also have the answer. The book of Anuka also got the answer for us, the mystery. Here I am in the book of Anuka chapter 15. I take from 1. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, fear not, Anuka, thou righteous man and scribe of righteousness, approach hither and hear my voice, and go say to the watchers of heaven who have sent thee to intercede for them. After you have, do that abominable thing, you now want intercession, forgiveness. No forgiveness. You should intercede for me and not me for you. The seraphims, Allah, you're supposed to teach us the way of Yahuwah, not for we to be teaching you the way. Not me for you. You should have interceded for me, not me for you. 3. Wherefore have ye left the highest, the high, holy, and eternal heaven? Why? And lay with women, and defied yourself with the daughters of men, and taking to yourselves wives, and done like the children of the earth had begotten giants as your sons. And though ye were holy, spiritual, living the eternal life, you have defiled yourself with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh. And as the children of men have lust after flesh, and blood is blood as those also do who die and perish. Therefore have I given them wives, also that they might impregnate them and begat children by them, that thus nothing might be wanting to them on earth. But you were formerly spiritual, living the eternal life and immortality for all generations of the world, and therefore I have not appointed wives for you. For as for the spiritual ones of the heaven, in the heaven is their dwelling. And now the giant who are proceeded from the spirits and flesh shall be called evil spirit. Third part of humanity, you are evil spirit, just as Yahushua said. Upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they have born from man and spirit, and from the holy watchers. In their beginning and primary origin, there shall be evil spirit on earth, and evil spirit shall they, because as soon as Allah began to beget children, Cain is the first one for Abba Yehoah to name evil spirit, because it is children of the unlawful bed. Now 10. Listen, now the message is going to give to Islam and the one they are doing already. For as for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling, but as for the spirits of the earth, which were born upon the earth, on the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants, here's their mission: afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst, and cause offenses, and these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they were preceded from them. This is the assignment Abba Yehoah gave to evil spirit to do. Now, this is Sharia law. So it's going to gather the four corners of the earth, the third part of it, down to his garage, which is called Allah Kobaru, Islam. I'm glad I'm almost done. The very last point of it. So I Baruch Abba Yehoah. Point 4. It goes this way. Allah is going now to praise it for 1,000 years. Okay. Yes. When you pervert someone's message, you need to pay. For that, you need to pay for it. You are going to praise it, Allah. So let us get a precept. So now that Sharia law is almost here, let's see. Allah is going to praise it, but he's going to handle his authority unto Mahdi, which is the very Jesus. I read Revelation 30, I take verses 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his head 10 crowns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. The name of blasphemy is Allah and is Jesus. Now you see, said the beast was coming out of sea. So according to biblical terminology, water goes for people, it goes for the Ruach HaKodesh, it goes for the word of Abba Yehoah. So now this beast is coming out from the first system, which is the Christian, that the end of Christianity has come, which is the Christian is coming out from the Christendom, now going now into the final religion, because he said the beast have 7 heads, and Islam is the last to go. They are, because Abba Yehoah gave 6,000 years for man to rule, but the 7th belongs unto Abba Yehoah. And the 7th head, and Islam said Muhammad is the last prophet. Okay. Muhammad received a revelation from the cave. Joseph Smith also received a revelation from the cave. And Muhammad said he saw Jibreel. Okay. And the Book of Mormon, that was how it was being reviewed. And Joseph Smith also said he saw Marona, Angel Marona. Okay. And Muhammad said Allah told him the royal law is corrupt. And Joseph Smith also said Jesus told him the very Bible we are carrying, it is corrupt. That is why Jesus now gave him now the Book of Mormon. Okay, that is Mormonism. And Muhammad was having problem with wives, a lot of wives. Some say 16, some say 9, and some say 11. Not uncountable, sex slaves. Because Muhammad always go to war in order to enslave, to capture new vagina. And Joseph Smith also having that problem, married up to 33 wives. 2 was 11 was a married woman already, and 2 was the same father, the same mother. No, 2 was a mother and a daughter, a mother and a daughter. That is sex perversion. We're going to address this in the next, mystery on its way now. And 11 married women were among these 33 women. And Allah also promised Muhammad that it is not good for you to have sex with married women except those your right hand possesses. We see Allah is the one doing all these things. Now, he said this beast was coming out from water, from the sea. Now he's coming. That is, he is going to reveal now. Jesus is going to reveal in Mahdi. Jesus is going to reveal in Mahdi. The water he came out from, it is the Christendom. Don't ever tell me the second beast, it was, who? Pope. No, Pope believe, Christendom popery believe too well that, what? Yahushua have a father, Messiah have a father, only Islam. So the system of popery, it can never function in Islam. It is another religion that won't allow that. Rather, they won't allow it. Rather, popery of the Christian is also going to convert to Islam, or it get his head chopped off. When popery convert to Islam, is a nobody. He's going to pay jizya, and he's going to be a second-class citizen. Does it well with Islam? That is never Christianity. The first beast is Jesus, and the second beast, it is Mahdi. The first coming out from sea, it is Christianity, and then Islam takes over. Listen to verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave, listen, a dragon is going to praise, okay? And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Jesus is the one to convert the whole world with Mahdi down straight away to Islam, because Allah is going for praising them. Okay, you see, Cain was the firstborn in flesh of Allah. Abba Yahweh gave him that mark of the beast, and he now said unto him, whosoever that killeth Cain, sevenfold vengeance will be released upon that one. And who killed Cain? The sixth generation from Cain was the one, Lamech was the one who killed Cain. So that judgment is in the house of Cain, is in the house of the Gentile. So that is why this seventh, the seventh head, which is the Islam in consummation, it is disastrous. You see, Allah is going to handle unto Jesus his great authority, because Jesus is the cherubims. You can see that in Ezekiel 28, 11 to 19, is the covering cherubim. Okay, Allah is higher than Jesus. Okay. So after Allah has handled his authority, he said great authority unto Jesus and Mahdi, he will go for praise. Revelation 20 verses 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand, and he lay hold on the dragon, that serpent, which is devil and Satan, yeah, they are in one tree, and bind him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be released for a little time. You see, he's coming back again, but he's going for prison for 1 year, for 1,000 years. Listen now. 2 Peter chapter 2 verses 4. For if Yahuwah spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. Alright? And spread not. Okay. That is what I want to prove. He will be bound in darkness. And the book of Anuka, I'm not going to read that. If you have, you can read it, chapter 50. Where? Let me check. Yes, chapter 54. If you have, you can read it. He described how horrible this pit we just read in Revelation 20. It is a pit of fire. It is full of fire. Even the chains is also fire, where Allah is going on. If you have the book of Anuka, you can read it. 54. You're going to find it over there. All right, now Luke chapter 8:31. And they besought, you can take it from where? from 27 way down to 31. I'm reading only 31, the very end of the matter. And they besought him that he would not command them to go out into the bottomless pit. This time, not begging Allah. Yahushua is not going to listen to your madness. You are going right away to the bottomless pit of fire. It is abyss of fire. You know, when Yahushua came in those days, okay, so they were thinking that their judgment has come. Okay, so they were not begging him. No, those days it was already 4,000 years. Your judgment hasn't yet been complete. Your judgment will be complete. Allah will go for prison when it 6,000 years. But Allah still have 1,000 years to rule. But not him now. It is going to be Mahdi and Jesus. You know, converting the whole world to Islam. This time, everyone of you is going to be shouting Allah Kubaru. Okay, for 1,000 years. After that, then the white judgment throne will be set, because Allah will come out from prison and he will try to do that madness again to wage war against the altar of life, and therefore is going to come from heaven and consume Allah and his people, and white judgment throne will be set. That is the final of this battle. Yeshayahu 27, Isaiah 27 verses 1. It's that day, Yahuwah, it's that day is talking about the very day of it all, the last day of it all. In that day, Yahuwah with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan. Allah is also being called Leviathan. Listen, now the Leviathan shall punish Leviathan that pierces serpent, even Leviathan that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. The which sea that is going to sit down now, because sea always represent people according to biblical terminology. This dragon, this is how it's going to sit in the whole sea. That is the whole world, because third part of it is already is. But Abba Yahweh is going to slay him. So this is the judgment of Allah. Allah is going out for praise. Family, this is the mystery of Allah. We are done. I just Baruch Abba Yahuwah for his wonder and power and strength he gave to broadcast this wonderful message. So stay tuned. Next to Shabbat, we are going to do something. If Abba Yahuwah did not say no, therefore we are going to unveil the sexual ability of Allah. Islam says Allah cannot have sex. That is not true. Allah is doing it. Okay, so we'll see that in next Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom and stay blessed.